Hello everyone, welcome, welcome. Thank you guys for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Let me get chat up real quick. Ba 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 ba. There we go. Hello Nimby. Hello Fun Time. Hello Kai Kai. Thank you for stopping by. Really appreciate it. And thank you for becoming a member. Really appreciate that too. Are you guys ready for a new Atove? I am very looking forward to playing this one. This has been on my list. I think I bought it when it was on sale. I'm currently on this page because I did look up the voice actors just now, and this cast is stacked as hell. I cannot wait to play this. My Atome backlog is very very long. I just continue to buy these games and I say, oh, I'll play them eventually. And I never do because I always is busy. But streaming it makes it much easier. I like sharing my reaction with other people. So today we have Evermore. Seems where I'm ready. I heard it's really good. Honestly, it's a lot of angst, a lot of sad stuff. So in this game, this is an Atome, so you play it as a female character and then you romance various male characters. The guys at the top here, they are all the love interests as far as I know. They're all really pretty too. Like I look at the designs for the characters and men in kind of like long type of dresses and skirts. Yes, please give me more feminine men. I love them. Lucas here and then Anko, they're the ones that really capture my attention. So a dating sim, yes. Yeah, Tome is in the dating sim category. It's just you only play as a female MC and you only romance men. Yeah, so it is a type of dating sim. So I believe in this game, people in a country are born with a curse, and at the age of 23, you just die, apparently. I'm not sure what this curse is or if we're ever going to figure out how to solve it in this game. All I know is there's a lot of sad stuff in this game, but it's really good. This is a dark horror Atome also, so there will be dark elements. It's not all fluffy and happiness, rainbows and sunshines, which I think is really great to play this, especially when October is coming up. I'm really looking forward to that. I do have the voice cast here. Anko is voiced by Okitsu Kazuyuki. Bro is good as hell. Okay, so that's Anko. Who else do we have? Adolf, who is he voiced by? Oh yeah, Shiro Taku's really good too. Cian is Hosoya Yoshimasa. I heard his voice when I opened up the game and they have like the characters say the name of the title. Good ass deep voice. Matthias is Amasaki Kohei. I think this is the first time I played a game with Amasaki Kohei as a love interest. I'm more so used to him in like Ensemble Stars as Ida and then Saburo in Hypnosis Mike. Lucas is Hirakara Daisuke. That's the name I definitely saw a lot of. He's a really good voice actor too. And let's see, and then Yeez, who is he voiced by? Oh, Saita Soma, hold on. Romancing Saito Soma voice is really good too. I can't wait for that one. All right, I just was messing with the settings for the text and everything, but we should be ready to go. You can already feel the angst and sadness in the cover. And in the middle, her light up, that is our MC. I think her name is Ceres, spelled C-E-R-E-S. But we're just gonna go ahead and get started. Oh, there's a flowchart. How in depth is this game? So it's gonna be like the different endings. I gotcha. I will figure that out later once I get to it. All right, so we're gonna just go ahead and jump right on in. I always switched it to my, no, forgot. There's certain buttons. Why is the delete letter? There we go. All right, let us put in my name. Bro, if they develop a technology to have the love interest say my name, I would honestly love it so much. All right. There we go. And we're ready to officially start. Yes. Oh.
この国は死に敗北した国である。人々は呪いに抗わず死を繰り返し、終焉とともに生き続けることを選択した。
Oh, also tell me how the volume for the game sound. Do I need to turn it up, turn it down?
死に呪われたこの国を。
Ooh, okay.
嘲笑うのははるかに昔。
Turn it up, gotcha.
呪いを振りまき姿を消した死神か。
Let me just put it slightly below my voice. And we'll see how that works out.
それとも
Is that better? Under the leaden sky, I sat alone in a field of black licorice, surrounded by the symbol of death. Better, gotcha. There's our MC. She looks extremely sad. In my weakened hand was a single dagger that I could barely grasp. I guess this is it. Is she? The word sparks my memory. I slowly began to recall the faces of all the people I had killed thus far. Oh, okay. So she has some bodies. What do you mean people, like, actually killed? The first of the many souls that were lost was a young man of 18 years old who had been under the care of the orphanage. I liked him. I thought of him as my own brother, one who would play with me whenever I wanted. But this gentle soul did not receive death's blessing, and in the 6th month after our first meeting, cursed blood spewed from his dying lips. The second was a frail young girl at the orphanage with whom I shared a room and befriended. She was far too young to be loved by death. One morning, I awoke in the bed that we slept in together, only to discover... Oh wow, that's actually really tragic. Her cold, breathless body lying next to me, with eyes rolled back and mouth agape. The third, a sisterly young woman who stayed with me out of concern for the grieving girl who had lost 2 companions in such a short time. The fourth, the friendly twins who fawned over me as though I was their own sister. Twins? Did both of them die? The fifth, a worker at the orphanage who was unsettled by the sight of my isolated existence. It keeps on going. Oh my god, hello? This really does start off really sad and tragic. Is there gonna be a There's a 7th. How many? No more than 20, right? The 8th? Only 8, please? No double digits? There's no way the orphanage burnt down. Please tell me people survived that. Jesus. That's one of the love interests. I know that one. Huh? How many have I counted? Why are we seeing him? Do we think we killed him?
死神だ。あの娘は死神だ。
Ooh.
あいつの周囲にいる人間はみんなこの国の呪いが身を蝕む前に殺される。あの火災も大量の死体もあいつが呪いによって引き起こし殺したものに違いない。
I mean, it's kind of weird how all these people are only dying around her. I can understand why people are kind of worried and skeptical about her, but she's not really doing this on purpose. I think. And so that's why she wants to off herself. Yes. That may be so. Everything must be my fault. Even the incident and the back alley. I killed them with my powers of death. Who else could it be but the one responsible for the deaths of those who were kind to me? That crimson light was more than enough to make me come to a decision. The hellish memories of my youth returned. Oh, please, can I not get dying children? Oh my god.
水ちょうだい喉が焼けて苦しい
Oh, please, can we not? Can we not? Oh my god. This is more tragic than I expected. Bro, not the children, right? They're just making it worse with their dying screams. Ooh, save me? Well, ain't it gruesome? Yeah, I heard this game was really dark. I didn't think it'd be this dark in the beginning. They really tell you, yeah, this game is serious. I'ma pray all these kids are really safe, I guess, in the afterlife, because dear God, burning alive sounds so horrible. Like, it did not sound like a quick and painless death at all. The images surfaced in my mind as a cold tear slid down my cheeks. Were the memories of my own past death? Or perhaps it was a nightmare to grieve the happiness I was not allowed in this life. I don't have the right to grieve. I positioned the dagger in my hand. A dagger that was his treasure, not mine. The cold light that gleamed from it felt to me like the warmth of a heart. Damn! She's serious. I pointed it to my neck. I couldn't let fear take hold of me now. With each passing day, I lived as death. More lives were lost, wilting away and scattering like licorice petals. They wilted. They scattered. They went up in flames. I could no longer bear it. Dear God, I have killed so many people. I accepted that I am a sinner. I have no right to live again. I strengthened my grip on the hilt of the dagger to stop my hands from shaking. And as a single teardrop fell. Is that how we start this? I brought it toward me. The sharp metal sank into my throat. There's no shot we actually start this with us offing ourselves? My vision turned a vivid red, and I felt my body slowly collapse onto the bed of flowers. Ah. It was hard to breathe. The burning sensation in my throat flowed through my mouth in a stream of blood. Where the romance? Soon, hopefully. It might be a while. Soon. It would paint the black licorice that symbolized this land a deep red, returning them to their original color. A reddish tinge on black petals would not make much of a difference. It was as though the flowers beneath me were telling me that my death meant nothing. So strange, to be mocked by a desolate field. My vision was getting darker. The sinful life of death was nearing its end. I'm sorry. Please, don't forgive me. But please, if possible, please don't bring me back as death. Is this what we're going with? So we're gonna get reborn again. Is this a time loop? I don't want to kill anymore. My only wish, if I was to be reborn, was to live life as a normal girl. Interesting start. I'm sorry. Whose name did I speak with my last breath? Huh. Are we back from the start? Or are we dead? When they said dark themes, they meant it? Yeah, they were not playing at all. I've heard so many people say this game's really dark, but I didn't expect them to start the darkness at the very beginning of the game. I thought we slowly built up to it, but my god, they slap you with it. Yeah, it is a very sad way to start, but it actually has me hooked. I don't really see any otomes who start this dark and sad at the beginning. It makes me think, how will they make this into a romance? Can we get happier in this game, please? I didn't make it in time. Why? Why has this happened? Is this us or someone else speaking? I think it's someone else asked the question mark. One of the love interests, maybe? I won't accept this ending. Huh. The death that took her from me, the curse, and whoever was responsible. I mean, it was technically ourselves, so... So is this like a time loop thing? One day, I will kill them all. Interesting. All right, parting her from fate. So we did start off dead. Woo! Okay.
死神に見入られている
Interesting. And it starts all the way at the beginning, so you have to face her own death.
この国は死に敗北した国である。人々は呪いに抗わず死を繰り返し、終焉とともに生き続けることを選択した。死神は今日も死に翻弄される人間たちを黒きリコリスの花畑であざけりながら見つめ続ける。
At least when they said it has a dark theme, they meant it. Yeah, I like it how they actually did say, yeah, this game is dark, so be prepared for something like this. All right. So how do we wake back up? How far back do we go? Because we definitely took our own life and now we're alive again. I was dreaming. Just like the black licorice flowers. Many, many lives were scattering into the crimson light. Is this the day of the fire? The nightmare. The nightmare began in a field of flames. Oh, everything is just covered. Burning, crumbling. Just yesterday, this was a special place for the smiling children, but... Oh, can we not? I don't want to hear the children suffer. That really sucks when they already have a limited lifespan, 23 years, because it occurs on the land, and their life are taken even earlier than that. Oh. I won't be able to come back to life. What is that? They talked about that a bit earlier. So is there a way they know just to bring themselves back? Huh. The boy with the bright, innocent smile, who told me that my stew was delicious. turned into a lump of charred meat that smelled of oil, dear God. The burning and crumbling continue to reap the lives of those in my tiny world. Oh my God.
水ちょうだい。喉が焼けて苦しい。
Some perished in the flames. Jesus! Some are crushed by the falling debris from the house. One stood without motion, crying and praying over and over again. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. It's all my fault. It's because I'm here. There is no point to my pathetic tears. They evaporated as soon as I shed them. The wall next to me groaned. It soon began to crumble and collapse in flames above me as though to take my life. With no strength left to run, I closed my eyes and knew that I would soon follow the others who had turned into ash. Oh, is that the one who saved us? They showed a slight CG of him. A shadow jumped out of the crumbling wall. I heard the desperation in his voice. That alone was enough for me to understand that it was directed toward me. After all, the boy had jumped toward me. Well, yeah, we saw that earlier. So that he sacrificed himself to save us. Can we not? Was now enduring the flames and the suffering that should have befallen me. Who are you? Why are you? I won't give up, I promise. You're sacrificing yourself for me. The boy groaned in anguish as his face burnt. But still, he grabbed my hand with strength. Wait a minute, bird face. Is he? He was doing his best to somehow lead me to the exit beyond the collapsed wall. The flames burning his flesh only grew. Bro, there's so much suffering. I feel so bad. He risked his life to save me. Now no one's gonna save him. What do you mean? Who is this child? Why is he more worried about me than himself? Why? Bro, can my suffering end? The suffering feels good though. Like, I love me some good angst, but dear God. The kind, strong soul who is trying to save me. Is that who I think it is? I think that's one of the male leads. His face was melting from the flames. He let out a horrific scream. And with that, the memory ended. Okay. Well, the very, very depressing start, as we can see. MC offed herself. A guy found the body. I'm assuming there's something definitely weird about the island besides the whole curse you die after 23 years of age. There's the kids inside the orphanage, and when it was burning, they said, I can't go out like this. I want to be reborn. So there is something with sort of kind of like reincarnation, but not really. I'm wondering about the science and technology of this world, because this is weird. We definitely offed ourselves. I don't think there is a way to save us by the way the guy who found our body was talking. So is this like a different timeline, like how things could have been? I awoke with a silent scream. My body was drenched in sweat, and I could feel my chest heaving with panting breaths. I try to calm myself, placing my hand over my heart. I felt it beating. I had not been burned, nor was I cold and lifeless, which meant I'm alive. Yeah, we are. Why was I alive? Just as I had finished uttering these words, another thought arose from within. A dream. I let out a sigh and looked around the room. Okay, so we thought we were supposed to be dead, but we're not. Yes, this is definitely my room. From the orphanage? The images I saw were from my past. A nightmare. Okay, so the orphanage burning was in the past, so where are we staying at now? All the orphanage looked so similar that my dreams blended easily into reality. I love to get angst, but yeah, definitely this is super duper crazy angst in this one. It's interesting how they started off with it at the beginning, but it has me hooked. So I'm wondering how often they're gonna bring the angst into this game. Seems like the beginning part of the angst is done, and we're just kind of maybe doing like getting used to the settings and all the characters around us. Still, what did I dream about that fire? Nothing of note happened before I went to bed. I wondered if it's a sign that... That? No, just stop, Lottie. Just the thought of the worst happening makes me feel like it'll come true. I gently shook my head to wake myself up. I heard a light knocking on the door. Who is this? Oh yes, please come in. I still haven't had a chance to dress yet, but... Good morning! Who are you? She came in looking as beautiful as always, her habit swaying gracefully. Good morning, Sister Salome. Ooh! So are you... She's working for this orphanage then, right? No, wait, I mean... Good morning, Mother. Oh, I gotta call you Mother! She's very pretty. Oh, her eyes are gorgeous. I love the purple with like the blue pupils. And I'm not sure if that's decoration underneath her hair, like the purpley bits. How well do we know you? She's talking very casually with us. I'm sorry. I must have still been half asleep. Sister Salome. It was 7 years ago, after the events of my fiery dream. The founder of this orphanage took me in when I had nowhere else to go. Oh, so we do know her for a long time. All the children raised here, as well as those who have left to stand on their own, lovingly referred to her as Mother. It was she who had instructed us to do so. Judging by her appearance alone, I would say she was around the same age as I was. But in this country, known as, how do you? Arpechele, I think that's how you might pronounce it. Appearance was the least trusted of all. Then again, going strictly by physical age, no one of 23 years or older existed here. Mother, was there something you needed? A task for me to do right away. Alright, what is it? Ooh, I can do that. Huh? My bewildered response was not because I intended to refuse, but... Mother, it's just that... Aren't the children going to hate that idea? Do they not like me? Ooh, okay. Do I still have my horrible reputation?
あなたの過去や気持ちを考えれば仕方のないことだと思うけど、あなたはちょっと自己嫌悪が人より強すぎると思うわ。少なくとも私は純粋にあな
Aww.
たの手料理を久しぶりに食べたいと思っているのに。
I'm glad we have someone in our corner who's there to, like, talk to us. I see. I'm sorry for saying such a thing so early in the morning. I'll help prepare breakfast. I just need a moment to change my clothes.
ええ、待ってるわ。
The kinder mother was, the more I despised my soul for always responding with depressing thoughts. Ooh, this place does not look too bad. A bit spacious, they have some books, the kitchen looks nice. There are 16 people at the orphanage, including myself. Okay, that's a pretty small number, but I think this is a pretty nice place for that number. The youngest here was 3 years old. The next oldest after me was 13. Unlike Mother, the children here look their age. As I ate silently next to Mother, I listened to the children's lively conversation.
マム、すごい。今日のオムレツ、とっても美味しい。
Did we make it?
ふわふわのトロトロ。どうしちゃったの？
Oh, pfft.
マムはいつもオムレツだけは焦がしちゃうのに。
Is that why she asked us to help cook breakfast? She's not really good at it herself.
そうそう。ママがオムレツを成功させるなんて一大事。明日は雨が降るかも。
あらあら、失礼な子たちだわ。
I'm sure she tries, even though it's a burnt omelet.
でも今日のオムレツが美味しいのは
Don't tell them, don't tell
当然
them.
よ。だって
They don't like me.
それを作ってくれたのは他でも
Bro.
この子だもの。
Are they gonna not eat it anymore, please? Oh, not the music cutting out. The moment the children heard those words, they suddenly stopped eating. Oh. Well, I don't think you should have said that. I know you're being nice, but these kids do not like me. I knew this would happen. The children were staring at me with a mixture of confusion and anxiety on their faces. It was a kindness that they did not look at me with hatred after having lived with me all this time. Which is why the look of fear in their eyes filled me with guilt. Oh, Milo, you're about to say something, aren't you? Suddenly, one of the boys who turned 13 this year quietly pushed back his chair and stood up to leave. You're just leaving it?
どこへ行こうとしてるの？見ろ。食事中は用事がなければ途中で席を立たずに最後まで食べて挨
Bro,
拶をする。
this is harsh.
私が教えたマナーを忘れたかしら？
Only Mother is in my corner. She's the only person I really have here who wants my companionship. Not him smacking his teeth. Milo was reprimanded by Mother before sitting back down with a click of his tongue. He now sat quietly, staring at the half-eaten omelet without any movement. Upon seeing Mother's mouth begin to open again to reprimand him further, I gently tugged on her sleeve. It's all right, Mother. It would have been better for them to know I was preparing the meal this morning anyway.
けれど
My brows lowered somewhat as I put on a smile and shook my head. I was sorry to have ruined what should have been an enjoyable meal. With my apology in mind, I continued to smile in an effort to avoid worsening the mood. There's little meaning in having meals that you can't enjoy with a happy heart. I was not bothered by Milo's reaction. On the contrary, he gave the expected response. After all, no one would want to eat anything made by death. They were afraid that the moment they accepted a meal from death's hands, they themselves would be next. Considering the situation, it's kind of understandable how little kids would think that. But it still hurts. She's been living here for at least 6 years though, so she's known some of these kids for a very long time. With our uncomfortable breakfast now over, I helped Mother wash the dishes, drying them almost as quickly as she passed them to me.
もう見ろったらすっかり反抗期になっちゃって。あなたの手料理に関しては私が何年も食べ続けて無害だと資料付きでちゃんと証明したのに。
Oh, game, please do not kill off Mother. I'm gonna lose my mind if they kill off this woman. Do not speak those words into existence. I don't like what she's saying now. Do not jinx yourself, please. Please don't worry. I'm just surprised and happy that most of them actually ate everything on their plates.
そうね。あの子たちもつい身構えてしまうだけで、根本的にはきっとあなたを慕っているはずだから。
Alright, it's good that they still finished the food. So that was great at least, they finished the food. Maybe the way to get them to like me is through food. Yes, and I'm very lucky to be surrounded by such nice children. But I think it'd be for the best if I stayed away from the kitchen for the time being. Yeah, girl, I don't think if they see me in the kitchen, they're not coming down to dinner. I can tell you that. I don't mean to avoid helping out. Consider it my way of volunteering to do any other work to make up for it. I am your staff now, after all.
ならいいの。でもね、せめて明日の晩に振る舞う予定の3人分の料理だけでもまたあなたが作ってくれないかしら。
Dinner for 3? Who's the 3? Why dinner for 3?
聞いて驚いてちょうだいね。
Who's coming over?
実は昨べ巡回で通りかかった自警団の人から伝言があって、
Mm-hmm.
あなたの大事なお兄様アドルフが
Adolf! That's the main guy!
戻ってくるらしいの。あさっての巡回担当がこの区域らしいから止めてほしいんですって。
Hold on. Is that the one who was in the burning building, or is that a different guy? Really? Adolphe? The news was so uplifting that I momentarily forgot my natural reflex to appear strong. Ooh, we have horses! That's him! Okay. Adolphe used to live at the orphanage with us, and he is now 21 years old, so he has 2 years left to live. I used to often cry and look down on myself, and he would always be there to protect me. So we at least had someone who loved us and took care of us, but he guess he left for work. He was just like a real brother to me. Since leaving the orphanage, he was now living alone. In Cohen, the commoner's district where we lived, he was the leader of the corps, which looked after public order. Alright, so like the police.
この間もあの子、北の空根を荒らしていた窃盗団相手に大取り物をしたらしいし、ここはあの子の活躍をお祝いするささやかな夕食会を3人で開きたいと思って。それならあなたも遠慮なく腕を振るうことができるでしょう。
Hell yeah, I'll make the best dinner. Yes, if that's the case, then I'll make Adolphe's favorite stew. Suddenly, a thought came to mind. But before that, Mother, has Adolphe mentioned anything about his health? He's getting up there. He's almost 23. You know, because of the curse? I know he's strong and probably doing fine, but I'm still worried. Not long ago, another man the same age as Adolphe collapsed.
ああ、そのことね。それなら大丈夫。自警団の人に近況を尋ねて
For
みた
now?
けれど、
Nah.
健康そのものですって。
I don't trust that. They say he's in good health now. Is he gonna deteriorate fast?
風邪をひくどころか、咳一つ出ていないそうよ。
I see. That's good to hear.
それじゃあ、早速今日のお仕事をお願いしてもいいかしら。
Absolutely. Should I clean first, or tidy up the place? Or maybe calculate this month's expenses?
お掃除って2回も言った。あなたは本当にお掃除が好きなのね。
So we really do have her keep here. We are helping out with all the chores, which I do like. We're not just sitting in a room being depressed all day.
でも違うわ。今回は夕食会の材料を揃えるためのマルシェの買い出しと。
This could also be foreshadowing to the worst, right? Like every little line I see, I'm like, is that going to be important? Is that foreshadowing some dark ass stuff that's going to happen later on? I can't really trust this game at this point.
セルネボルへの手紙のお使いをまたお願いしたいの。
Alright, so we're leaving the orphanage for a bit. I wonder if that's how we're gonna meet some of the love interests before we choose a route. Ooh. Everything looks nice. I carried with me the shopping list and the letter given to me by Mother. My first destination was one of the marketplaces in Cohen that we called a march. It was similar in appearance to the others, but each one varied slightly in terms of stalls and good offers. Because of the number of orphanages nearby, bread and vegetables were plentiful here. People talking, asking for discounts, women chatting with one another, and...
あれ？お前の屋台、なんか綺麗になってねえか？昨日までボロボロだったのによ。クルーンの2人に直してもらったのさ。あいつらに頼まなかったら今頃買い直しで痛い出費になってたね。
Everyone should play games alone, but you have a type when it comes to otomes. My type is honestly all over the place. I usually pick by appearance first when I see a game, and then when I do the general route, if I like the personality, I'll pick them. But I do like childhood friends and characters who are a bit possessive and kind of maybe cold/mean to the MC at first, because watching them warm up to you is really, really good. But honestly, I kind of go for every other type. It's kind of hard to choose.
ああ、あの2人か。器用な奴らだよな。俺も前に生まれたばっかの子供の面倒を見てもらったよ。そうそう。特にイブのやつはあの性格だな。
Ooh, yeesh, that's one of the love interest.
だからつい1日で直してくれなんて無茶な注文しちまったよ。その無茶を実現しちまうから、あいつのお人よしぶりは恐ろしいよな。
I continued my search through the bustling crowd when...
Oh
my god.
あの金
Could we
髪の
not?
女、例の施設の。
We have rumors about me, of course. If the orphanage kids are worried about me, then everyone else outside definitely heard about me.
死神だぜ。間違いない。あそこから出てくるの、久しぶりに見たな。
The people enjoying their conversations suddenly stopped chatting. You guys are making it so obvious, though. Their cold eyes turned toward me.
バカ、声がでけえ。目をつけられたら呪い殺されるぞ。
Oh, that really sucks.
呼吸を止められて窒息死するか、高熱が出て衰弱死するか、突然血ヘドを吐いて死ぬか。
Oh, these rumors are wild. Hello? That did not happen, I think.
いや、7年前のあの火災みたいに、家ごと燃やされて焼け死ぬかもしれないぜ。
冗談じゃないわよ。私なんか
Ooh.
新しい体も
Hold
用
on.
意していないのよ。
Spare body yet? Oh, okay. I think... How is the science here working? Now that they said spare body, what that little girl said earlier when she was in the fire makes so much more sense. So I guess to combat the curse of you dying at 23 years old, you just have a spare body and just transfer to that one? Ooh, is that why in the orphanage when she was talking about a mother, she was like, she doesn't look her age. So how many spare bodies is that for mother? What number is she on? Oh, this is interesting. I like the way they're going with this.
不意打ちみたいに殺されて完全に死ぬのだけはごめんだわ。
And then once you die without a spare body, that's it for you. Huh. I'm wondering how they can acquire this spare body. Like, how much does it cost? Is there like a company that does it? Like, where do you even keep a spare body?
聞けばあの養護施設でもちょくちょく体調を崩してるやつがいるようじゃないか。
Because mother is nice to me?
よく平気で居座れるよな。
All the hushed whispers I could hear were clearly about me. I looked toward the gossipers, and as they met my eye, They quickly turned away with expressions of disgust and fear. Hello, I'd like to buy some things today. Are you gonna refuse me? Please don't. I forced myself to smile and appear unbothered by the situation. The familiar routine did not make me feel sad at all, just lonely. The mere sight of death shopping for food somehow struck fear into their hearts. They all watched me from afar with the usual suspicion. It was no secret. The soul of death dwelled in my body. My existence spread misfortune to others, often worse than death alone. There were some out there who laughed off the superstitious story at first. But after hearing the details of my life, their laughter eventually subsided. After all, most who had become close to me for an extended period of time died an early death brought about by sudden accidents or severe illnesses, which is why I'm referred to as Death, the Reaper, and such other names. There are two types of curses that I inflict upon others. Oh, he does not sound good. One was contracting an incurable disease of unknown origin after becoming close to me. The other was a particular curse that happened only once before. The fire. Stop with the burning children! The memory of flames returned to mind. The curse harbored inside me brought about the Great Fire. It was 7 years ago. At the start of my life, I had lost my parents immediately upon birth. Dear God! We're such a depressing backstory! I knew the parents were not alive since we're in the orphanage, but upon birth, what the hell happened? Until the age of 11, I moved from one orphanage to the another. My curse was evident even then, with many suspicious deaths occurring around me. Sometimes, the founder would die. Other times, it was the children, or the facility itself would be destroyed. At first, everyone was sympathetic to my plight as an unlucky orphan. But as strange deaths continued to follow me, things slowly began to change. Soon, I was regarded as a bad omen and expelled from most places. I finally found myself at an orphanage that was well known and held in high esteem. Not only the adults, but the children were kind to everyone. They gave no heed to the rumors and treated me well, without any hint of fear. They consoled me, understanding the grief of loss and loneliness that I had felt all of my life. Before long, I forgot that I was a source of misfortune and began to live a life of peace and harmony with everyone there. But one day, the happiness I had long sought suddenly crumbled away. It started in the room where I stayed. A room absent of any sources of fire. Jesus Christ. Out of nowhere, a light sparked through the room, followed by a snapping sound. Suddenly, there was an explosion. What do you mean explosion? The flames that resulted quickly engulfed the facility. All the residents burned to death, except for a young boy visiting the orphanage who managed to save me in the process. Oh my God, everyone but me and this boy. A fire had been born from nothing, killing the innocent children without mercy. How could it be considered anything but a curse, misfortune, even witchcraft? With each fire and each new death from sickness and disease, I carried another sin upon my back, leading the people to refer to me as death. It didn't take long for everyone to follow suit. From then on, people threw stones at me. Without a place to go or the courage to take my own life, I finally fell into despair. It was then that Adolphe and Mother found me and brought me to the orphanage, where I have stayed to this day. God. More tragic backstory. It's sort of understandable why some of these orphanages didn't want to take her in after all the death has followed her, because they don't want it to like happen to the kids in the facility they're at. So it's kind of like, yeah, we can't take you in because crazy crap happens around you, but it's still sad as hell. They are looking out for their best interest in the kids, but damn. I feel incredible gratitude toward them both. I finish my shopping with that thought in mind, make my way out of the march and toward my next stop to deliver the letter. Well, looks like at least we bought some stuff, so they're not refusing, which is good, I guess.
みんな、忙しいところすまない。僕の恋人が死んでしまったんだ。遺体を運び出すのを手伝ってくれないか?
He said that so casually. What do you mean, would you just help carry her out? I noticed a man asking for help outside a nearby house. Despite the solemn nature of death, he spoke with a levity in his voice.
なあ、そういえば、お嬢さんはそろそろ23歳だったが、かなり長い年の方だよな。
研究所の方に誓約書は提出しているか? それから遺伝子
Oh, more lore. Hold on.
それはもちろん。そのためにお金を2人で。
Okay, so it does cost money. How much? And is it feasible for a regular citizen to get that money?
さあ、急ごう。早く研究所まで遺体を持って行って。
Huh.
彼女のクローン体を作ってもらわないとだ。
A clone. Okay, so it's like a clone thing. Oh. Interesting to see how he's very lighthearted about the death of his girlfriend, because obviously with the technology they have, they can bring her back, just clone her body. And they talked about memory backup. So it's easy just to replicate a person and then just give them a new body and they're good. So it looks like they have a solution to the whole dying at 23 curse thing. Huh. So I guess that's why a lot of people are more so scared with the deaths around our MC. Because when the deaths happen, they have no backup, no plan or anything. It just happens and they're just dead for real. There's no bringing them back like the Institute does. Okay. I like this world building so far. I have so many questions though about the Institute, the whole cloning process. Who the hell will even develop this cloning process? The people quickly go to work, familiar with what was common routine to them. A few minutes later, the body of the woman was carried away on a makeshift stretcher in a somewhat careless manner. Damn, death is so thoughtful. The way they think about death, I'm thinking about it too. If someone dies, hey, can you just help me move this body? We're gonna clone them. They're perfectly fine. It's such a thing that they have no fear about it in this situation. It's just like a nonchalant thing. It's like asking someone, hey, can you help me move this couch? Her face was left uncovered, and it felt strange to see them carry her away like a bundle of bones. I suppose the way everyone treats the dead differs. It was not particularly surprising, but the casual reporting of the death, as well as the way they carried away the body, the process was considered normal here. I continued on my way to deliver Mother's letter, walking in the same direction as the body that was disappearing into the distance. Oh, so everyone stays young basically. You don't age past at least 23. So you can't even tell if someone's really old. A thought came to mind. The man's girlfriend died just before she turned 23 years old. That's incredible. It's quite a feat to live that long. God, this is depressing. Like, it's said lightheartedly considering the curse, but living close to 23 is an accomplishment here. Maybe she was as healthy and strong as Adolphe. Bro, do not give me angst with the Dolph. I cannot deal with that. Ooh! Okay, so that's the island we live on. I'm assuming those buildings at the very top.
四方を海と黒いリコリスに囲まれた小国アルペシェール。この国で生まれ育った人間は遥か
Is
昔
that?
この土地を司る死神が振りまいたという恐ろしい呪いにより長くとも23年しか生きることができない。
It sounds like Amasaki Kohei a bit. I'm not used to him having a bit of a deeper feel to his voice. First, the curse slowly ate away at one's lungs. Those of frail constitution usually had symptoms arrive in early youth. Once the person reached 20 years of age, an unsettling fatigue and breathing difficulties set in, and when they reached 22, they succumbed to various ailments, exhibiting more severe symptoms of their aging. God, aging at 22? Should a person somehow survive until 23 years old, they are on the brink of death, unable to even get out of bed. None made it to their next year, and they all met their end by vomiting blood and suffocating to death. My God! It seems like even living up to 23 or close to it is not a good thing. It's better to die young of your illness.
万人に等しくいびつな死が降り注ぐこの国をかつてただ一人この地に流れ着いた異国からの来訪者。
Ooh.
今は漂流者と呼ばれる多くの知識をもたらした一人の青年は恐れ
Okay.
こう呼んだ。
Is he one of the love interests? We haven't met any of them yet, officially.
死神に見出さ
Oh, that's the narrator from before. Indeed.
っていう
I think that's one of the...
こ
Hello!
の国にあるのは君も
Oh.
知ってるよね。
Oh, the guys here really are so pretty. Holy crap.
でね、なんでも噂だとクーネに
Yeah, that is Amasaki Kohei.
がとある事情でその死神本人の生まれ変わりや死神の使いと呼ばれていてたくさんの人間から怖がられてるんだって。ねえ、僕の話ちゃんと聞いてる？
I'll listen to whatever you say, Ban. You're just so gorgeous.
ええ、聞いていますよ、坊ちゃん。
Oh. Hiya?
坊ちゃんは本当にそういった伝承や物語の類に目がありませんね。
Okay.
俺としては歴史書や物語よりもまず通信教育の課題に目を通していただきたいものですが。
So they still have nobles here. So if we have a noble, his family definitely can swing the money to get a spare body.
明日からやるよ。
およそ人類史においてその言葉ほど信用できないものはないと。
I understand, buddy. I don't like school that much either.
俺はあのお方とのお付き合いに基づき、そう確信を得ております。本当にそういうところばかりがそっくりに成長してしまって。それでどうして急にそのようなお話を？
Oh, hi, I love long hair. Right? A fictional man with long, gorgeous hair is so, so good. I need more of them. I think this game has quite a few long-haired guys also.
もしやとは思いますが、坊ちゃん。空想好きのあまり、その死神と呼ばれる女性に会ってみたい。
Is that how he
な
finds
どという
us?
つもりでは？
まさか今のはただの 気分転換の
Ooh.
雑談。僕にはそれよりも命を懸けてでも優先することがあるの。君だって知ってるでしょ。
それはそうですが。
最初はその件にその女性が関わってるのかと調べてみたけど、奴の手口とは全然違うから。
なるほど。確かに女性があのようなむごたらしい殺しをするなど、にわかには信じがたい。
Alright, so he's looking for the murderer of some guy. So we have a motivation for him.
でもちょっと彼女かわいそうだ。いくら変な噂があってもこの国に生まれなければ死神なんて呼ばれ方されなかったんじゃないかな。歴史からすればこの国の状況はまだ好転した方らしいけど。
It began around 60 years ago. Located at the country's center was a research district, Cerneville, where particular technology was employed. Is this where you get the spare bodies? Altering the concept of life and longevity.
はい。こちらの手紙の方、確かにお預かりしました。
Thank you.
明記された ID に該当する研究員へ必ずお渡ししておきます。
So mother, that's what she was called. Mother knows a researcher. The district was located a ways from Cohen. The people here had heard the rumors about me, but no specific details about who the person was or what they looked like. Which was why I was able to hand the letter directly to the guard working at the largest research facility without any issue. Thank you very much. I appreciate your help. I walked away from the gate, then turned back and looked again at the grand structure. The research facility was closest to the castle, where the royal Reverpore family, which ruled over Arpachelle, resided. More lore, okay. There's a royal family, the Reverpore, so they rule over the whole island. I had visited this facility a number of times to deliver letters from Mother, but I had never set foot inside, not even once. Come to think of it, I wonder who the letter was for. My long-held curiosity finally came out in words. The letters I delivered had something called an ID on them that was assigned to those who had worked at the research facility. Based on that, I assumed Mother's friend or acquaintance was a research worker here. I'm still surprised that she knows someone at the Institute. Is Mother some kind of prominent figure by chance? Or perhaps she used to work here herself? I then noticed a number of people exiting the facility. Isn't that...
この度は大変お世話になりました。クローン体になるのはこれが初めてですけど、
Oh!
聞いていた以上に快適なんですね。
Is that the woman who just died? The girlfriend?
死ぬ直前の倦怠感や苦しさが嘘のようでしょ。
She nodded joyfully, and I realized she was the person who died back at the house in Cohen. That was just a few, like an hour, 2 hours tops? That's so quick. Cloning technology's that good? They made her a body so quickly.
本当に無事に終わってよかった。これでまた二人支え合いながら一緒に暮らせるね。
With these bodies they clone, do they still have the curse of dying after 23 years? Or is it just a one and done? You get the one body and then you're fine for eternity? Or do they deteriorate themselves in a different way?
ええ、まあ、そうね。
She doesn't seem happy about it. I was certain she was the same person, especially after seeing that man from before standing next to her. It didn't take long for her to return. On her arm was a brand new insignia shining brightly, one that she didn't have on her previous body. Damn, okay, I guess show that you're property, maybe? That you're a cloned body? Based on what I could gather, it seemed that she chose to live the same life for another 23 years before dying from the curse again. Oh, you can choose. Give me lore, please. More details. More info. Oh yes, let's go. That's one of the guys. That's one of the love interest.
子供向けの教科書を作りたいからあの技術の概要について説明する資料
Was it? That's Yoshibasu. Oh my god, I have not heard his voice in forever.
いきなり何を言い出すかと思えばその程度わざわざ学ばずともこのクソ狭い国で
His nice deep voice, thank you.
得られるだろうがそれでも書けたと将来有望な研究員となる子供たちを輩出できるように
Please?
善行と見せかけた偽善どころかお前の自己満足に過ぎ無駄な悪あがきだなだが気分転換にはちょうどいい
Ooh, I love the different poses they
せっ
have.
かくだが適当な分で構わないのなら書いてやらんでもないさてでは4日ぶりの1時間休憩無駄にしないためにも
We can see the... I guess that's the technology in the background that they use for the cloning. There's like 2 chairs and some kind of... Not a TV, not a... Well, I don't know what to call it.
5分以内に丸ごと書き上げてやるとしよう
The people here languished in their short-lived existences, but harnessing the knowledge and technology from the Drifter returned hope to them. Ooh, the Drifter, okay. So he gave them the info and technology to do this. After extensive research, a unique system was created to extend the people's longevity.
それを可能としたのは2つの技術
Alright.
クローンの作成システムと記憶のダウンロードシステム
Oh, I'm staring at his lips. The way they do the lips is really, really pretty too.
呪いにより限界を迎え死を迎えた肉体を破棄代わりに本人の遺伝子から作り出した人に酷似した生命つまりはクローン体へとあらかじめ脳から取り出しておいた記憶データを移行し同一人物として生命活動を再開させる
Okay, so you have to extract the memories before they die. So he made sure to do that. The guy made sure to do that with his girlfriend before she passed away.
この方法により国民は限りある23年の人生を繰り返すことが可能となったこの技術を用いクローン体となって永遠と23年生きては死んでを続けていく
Jesus, my eyes. What are they called? What do you mean? Oh, there we go. About to say, Reliver. Okay. Oh, hi. Who are you? Oh my god. Pretty man, pretty man, pretty man. That's what I really like.
人々はそう呼び、あるいは
Oh my god. Hirakata Daisuke voice, so wonderful. A gentle voice spoke to the children about the nature of life in this country.
先生、ゆか先生。教科書をそのまま読むのじゃよくわかんない。そうそう、もっとシンプルに教えてよ。
わかりました。
Maybe I want to romance him first. I don't know.
ではまずはリライバーがどのような手順で生まれるのか、それを一から追っていきましょう。
Yes, I'm ready to listen.
大変良いお返事です。まだ授業も始まったばかりだというのに素晴らしい。先生はもう皆さんに100点満点を差し上げたい気分ですよ。
じゃあ今日の授業はもう終わりでいい？
それはダメですね。
授業をおろそかにするなど、そんな悪いことをするような子には先生が怖い罰を与えてしまいますよ。
Bro.
例えば100点満点からマイナス点へ成績を減らしてしまうとか。
やめてよ。マムにご褒美のケーキ買ってもらえなくなっちゃう。
Upon my return to the orphanage, I came across our usual visiting teacher in the middle of a lesson with the children. Oh, so we know him a bit. Okay, we are familiar with this man. Thank you. Thank you for that. Not total strangers. Seeing the lively class environment, I couldn't help but admire his ability to motivate the children's desire to learn. The lecturer was Lucas Proust. He traveled across the country, visiting orphanages and other homes in order to educate children in academics. He was also an avid churchgoer and a devout believer in God. Ooh, are we gonna get some religious things here too? I was careful not to interrupt their lesson. I moved to the corner of the room to put away the groceries I had purchased, then quietly moved on to do some daily chores. Come to think of it, we're out of cleaning rags. I guess I can make more using some scraps. It shouldn't make too much noise. Class continued as I got to work, but I couldn't seem to keep from listening and honor the lesson going on so close by. Please do not tell me he's dying! Stop it! Stop it! Do not kill off these men!
失礼。
Oh my god, he's so casual about it.
授業を再開します。
Bro, now I'm just...
次のページを開いてください。
Every single character who pops in my face, are you dying soon? Do not die. Please have a spare body. Would he? They say he was just religious, like he believes in God and he's devout church goer. So would the church people really be into the whole getting a new body? Or they'd be like, if I die, I'm going to heaven with God. Something like that.
リライバーを作成する手順は
Bro.
およそ4段階に分かれてい
But
ます。
thank you for the lesson. Don't die on me.
まずは存命時にあらかじめその人の力得られる遺伝子を保存。
We need their DNA from blood.
次にあるいはほぼ同時に引き継がせたい時点の記憶データのバックアップを脳から抽出し作成。
Alright, DNA, memory.
そしてオリジナルの肉体が死亡。研究所へと報告。しかるべき手続きをした後に遺伝子からクローン体を作成。そこにバックアップした記憶をダウンロードすることでリライバーは無事に完成です。簡潔に述べれば死ぬたびに自分のクローンを作り人格と記憶をそこに移行することで延命する、ということですね。この呪いによる死を超越するためのすべての処理はこの国の中枢に位置する国立研究所が所有する特殊な装置とシステムによって行われています。
でもリライバーになってもまた23年で死ぬんでしょ？
ええ。なのでその都度、さっきと同じ手続きや作業を繰り返す必要がありますね。
Lucas smiled and explained to the children this was because a downloadable memory file could only be used once. The whole process, Jesus.
逆に言ってしまえば何度死んでも申請とバックアップさえしていれば蘇ることができる、ということになりますが、
technology like that is kinda iffy.
一教師としては
Yeah.
命を軽視し消費するような価値観は皆さんには持ってほしくありませんね。
確かに言われてみると町の稼いでる大人たち
How's the population like? Now they say that if anyone just makes a new body from themselves over and over again, and then they have kids and their kids do it, and it keeps on going on and on again, how is the population like in this area? Is it just steadily growing? Are they gonna run out of resources? Or is this something... This is a lot of things to think about with their world, honestly. I kind of like this. I like that they're actually going into the details of it, and I need more, because there's so many questions I have. Leave for a minute and there is pretty boy Lucas on my screen. Bro, Lucas is gorgeous as hell, my god.
死んでもリライバーにできるからいいや。
Yeah, that.
特に悲しまないで。
Yeah, so if they can just get a new body and relive themselves all over again every time, then they don't really appreciate life as it is. If they die, they die. It's like, oh well, if it happens, it happens.
家族が死んでも割とあっさりとしてる人多いよね。
This is a really conflicting thing. Like, yay, you get to live and continue to experience things, but then you don't really appreciate what you have, life, and stuff like that. And it feels like death and life don't really mean a single thing to you. It's just something that happens. The other children nodded in agreement. It reminded me of what I saw earlier. How the guy this nonchalantly said, yay, my girlfriend died. Help me take the body, please.
リュカ先生、うちの子たちはお行儀よく授業を受けているかしら。
Saying Monsieur, is this supposed to be like French inspired? It was then the mother came inside after hanging up the wash laundry.
みんな
This
積極
file!
的に自らの世界を広げようとしてくれるいい子たちばかりですよ。ああ、そうだ。ちょうどサロメさんも来てくれましたし、この国におけるリライバーの立ち位置をご一緒に説明していただければと思うのですが、いかがですか？
She's definitely a reliver.
構いませんわ。具体的な例があった方が子供たちもわかりやすいでしょう。
With that, our visiting teacher spread out a map on the table for all to see.
さて、ここまでリライバーの仕組みと重要性について説いてきましたが、何もアルペシェールの全国民がリライバーというわけではありません。
There are roughly 3,000 living in Arpachelle, but only half of the population were relivers. Oh, okay. So that can help with the whole population problem I was thinking about. Not everyone wants to be a reliver. Or maybe they just don't have the resources to go and do it themselves. Because it seems like a very long trek. If you live on like the outer sides of the country and seeing where the institute is, it might take a while to get there.
それはまだ純粋な人間である皆さん自身が誰よりも自覚していますね。
僕、バックアップなんて取ったことない。
Lucas nodded in acknowledgement.
リライバー同士で結婚し、子をなしても生まれてくるのは
Wait a
純
minute.
粋な人間だけですから。
Okay, and okay, anyway, hello, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for stopping by. So he specifically called them humans. Do they not have the curse?
現にリュカ先生もリライバー同士の子で、そしてまだ純粋な人間のままでしたわよね。
Are they using human differently or just saying they're just not a reliver?
ええ。対してサロメさんは
Okay.
すでに数度人生を繰り返されているリライバーだったかと。
そう言われても、ママだって普通の人間にしか見えないよ。リライバーと普通の人間って見た目で区別できるの？
もちろん。私は厚着しているから。
Okay, so they all have symbols.
リライバーになった人の肌には識別のため。
Ooh, I think that guy in the research facility had that on him.
入れ墨によく似た特殊な文様がどこかに浮かんでくるの。
Eating spam, fried egg, rice, and banana ketchup? Sounds like it might be a delicious meal for you, but I'm not a big fan of eggs, honestly.
文様の絵柄はクローン体作成時、遺伝子に呼応して自動的に描かれるから。
Oh, so it's different. Why is that there? Does it just
他
happen?
人が全く同じ柄を有していることはまずないわね。血縁関係のある兄弟や親子なら多少は似ているかもしれないけど。
It's such an intricate design too. She went on to mention that one's genes and chromosomes affected the design, and that the Institute was able to use the double helix structure of one's DNA to produce a beautiful symbol. Now you can just manipulate what the symbol is too? The wordy explanation made the kid sigh.
はい、それではそちらにいるみんなの先輩
Oh, please don't talk
私
to
の
me.
元教え子のお嬢さん
Me? I get that. My brother isn't a big fan either. That's funny. My brother loves eggs, but I'm just not a fan of them.
ここで問題です。先ほど少し触れたリライバーになるのに必要なしかるべき手続きとは何でしょう？
Let me see. After I make the rags, I should go to the cleaning. Get the cleaning the halls and the storage room. Oh, she's not paying attention. I have a brand new broom, so I should be able to clean the place more easily now. I can't wait to put it to good use. Oh, I also have to wash the children's clothes. They're pretty dirty after they played in the mud. As for tonight, I should ask Mother if there have been any other expenditures. I'm so sorry, guys. I am not paying attention to you at all. Huh? As I'm about to finish sewing a rag, I stopped for a moment, suddenly noticing everyone looking at me. I'm sorry, but are you talking to me?
はい、呼び
I'm so sorry, Sensei. Lucas gave a friendly smile, expecting my response.
授業内容は聞こえていましたよね。
Yes. Yes, I was.
覚えている範囲で構いませんので、この子たちに正解を教えてあげてくれませんか？
Well, ooh, first choice. Do I want to save here? Hold on. What was, before I do anything? X, there we go. X is to save. Let me go to the menu. We always save, just in case. Alright, first choice. I guess I can explain it. E, understood. I wasn't sure why he directed the question to me, but I didn't want to keep the lesson from progressing. Understood. I'm not sure if I can answer the question properly, but I'll try.
はい、お願いします。
I dove deep into my memories to come up with the best answer I could. Opinions on mac and cheese? Delicious. No no's. I love putting red chili pepper flakes all over it. If I recall correctly, I believe you need an official pledge issued by the Institute to become a reliver. Ooh. Is that what someone would sign, like a contract? Oh, imagine that someone is about to die, or maybe someone who is already dead. What if this person was revived as a reliver when they didn't want to be revived? That would be bad, right? Okay, so it's a contract having your consent, like, yes, I want to be revived. Gotcha. So there is more steps to this. So there's a need to protect people from being forced into becoming a reliver by others. Which is why a pledge is needed to confirm that the person wants to become a reliver. So in order for a person to become one, they have to state their intent at the Institute and put their pledge into writing. Of course, there are a lot of other rules and restrictions that need to be followed, but I think you'll learn that some other time. I got an applause! Lickety! I tried my best, Sensei. I hope you're proud of me. I love mac and cheese in all forms. It's really delicious, honestly.
加え、リライバーになるにはある程度まとまったお金を支払う
There is money involved.
その契約書としても機能しています。
So if you're not well off, you won't be able to get that extra body. How much is it? I breathed a sigh of relief at his words of approval.
現にクーネにいる人の多くはお金を貯めてリライバーになるために毎日一生懸命働いているでしょ。
How long would it take for them to make money to get that procedure done? The children all nodded in response.
みんなそうしてるってことはやっぱり 僕たちもいつかはリライバーにならないとダメなんだよね。
いいえ、決してそんなことはありません。
Lucas quickly corrected the children as anxiety began to settle upon their minds.
リライバーになれば確かにこの国の死の呪いからかろうじて生き延びることはできます。ですがそれをあえて拒否し、23年以内にその生を終える人も少数派ながらいるのですから。
そうなの？
Okay. For some reason, the children turned and asked me instead of the teacher, "Why are you going to me?" He's right. For example, the people who live beyond the sea live differently from us. Okay, so is this curse only towards the whole island? Or is it towards the outer areas too? Because this island's very compact with everything inside it. I had a friend who didn't like West Peninsula because she didn't like it. I mean, honestly, if someone doesn't like it, I generally do not mind. As long as they don't bash me for liking it. They're able to live far beyond 23 years without... Okay. So yeah, this curse is only towards this island. Everything else outside is good. So, is the island itself cursed? Because if someone is in the outside and they're pregnant, they come to the island, they give birth. Does the child have the curse of the island? Or is it something different? Like you're born on the island, like the people locals, are they just stuck like that? If the locals here and they go to off the island and they give birth, will that child have the curse or just live a regular life? I'm probably thinking too deep into it, but these questions are just swimming in my head. You've heard before that they can spend however many years they can until they have grayed hair and wrinkles, right? Some people really admire that. They see relivers as fake humans with fake bodies, so they don't care much about reviving.
神より賜った人間としての自然の摂理を維持したまま、短くも幸福な人生を全うする。
His line, their natural form as God intended. Do you not want to be reliver?
そんな死に向き合う勇気ある選択をできる人間がこの国にもいるということをどうか覚えておいてください。いいですか皆さん。繰り返し言いますが、リライバー化は義務ではありません。そのあり方に疑問を抱いたのなら、徹底的に思考を巡らせ、時には周囲とも意見を交換し合い、この死に呪われた国で短い生をどう生きていくのか、自分なりにしっかりと将来のことも踏まえて考えてみてくださいね。
Ooh, I like this perspective he's giving the children. He's not outright saying relivers is what you need to go for.
それでは次のページへと進みましょうか。ここからの知識がさらに重要でして、この国に革命をもたらしたリライバーも決して万能の技術ではなく、お金以外にもまだ大きな代償を払う必要がありま。
Different form.
おや。
Are you leaving? Wait, Lucas, stay. At the sound of the wall clock, Lucas closed his textbook.
以降の内容は長くなりそうなので、続きはまた今度としましょう。それでは皆さん、今日も先生と楽しく勉強してくれてありがとうございました。
Thank you for teaching me, Sensei.
ありがとうございました。
Don't leave Pookie, Lucas. Bro has to go somewhere else. But he gave us some valuable information about the whole reliver process. And apparently you can just have a different form, but that costs much more money. So now I'm thinking, which love interest here has a different form than what he is showing us? Class was dismissed. Mother guided the children to the main room to play, rest, sleep, or lounge to their heart's content. Thank you for teaching the children such an important subject. In Mother's absence, I thank Lucas for his service.
いいえ、お礼を言うのは私の方です。とっさの質問に応じてもらえて本当に助かりました。
Oh, Sensei, I love you.
リライバーについては教えるべき知識が膨大で、どうしても説明が長くなってしまいがちですからね。ああいう風に変化や刺激を起こしつつ授業しなければ飽きて寝てしまう子も多くて。
I see. So that was to try and keep their attention. I have to say, you always look like you're having fun whenever you teach the children, regardless of the subject.
ええ、私の敬愛する慈悲深き神に倣い、無垢でいい子な子供たちが自分らしい生き方を選べるよう。
His face card is giving Phil from Twist. Ooh, I can see that. If he just had short hair, I can definitely see it.
教師はまさに神から与えられた私の天職だと思っています。
He's so precious. I love this man. I might romance him first, if it lets me. Lucas claps his hands together in appreciation as he spoke. He began visiting this orphanage several years before receiving his teaching credential, issued by the Institute. Back then, Mother and another teacher taught me the very basics of education. I may have only learned from him once before, perhaps twice. On that basis, it was difficult to say that we knew each other well, but for some reason, Lucas didn't seem to concern himself with the rumors about me. I love that so much. Instead, he treated me as if I was one of his students, speaking to me in a friendly manner, despite my lack of conversational skills. Suddenly, a certain memory flashed through my mind, likely in response to the class, as well as my recent thoughts about the past. Come to think of it, Lucas, if I'm not mistaken, you're 22 this year, aren't you? Oh, do not kill off Lucas, I swear to God. If so, then do you want to be a reliver?
はい。私にも決断の時が近づいています。むしろ今からでは遅すぎるぐらいでしょう。
Stop! Don't do this sad shit already. Which meant that he still had to make preparations to become a reliver and overcome the curse of death. Bro, that's why he's been coughing. Bro's 22. He has like less than a year left, if he even makes it to 23. Lucas coughed slightly, no doubt from the effects of the curse. Every so often, he coughed like this. It was a reminder of the death that awaited him. Are you alright? Let me get some water. Maybe I should move away from you too.
いえ、お構いなく。おとなしくしていればすぐに収まります。何より君の存在の有無が体調に影響を
Still being
及ぼ
nice
してい
while
る
this man's
わけでは
literally dying.
ありませんから。ほら、もう元気に
That does not make me feel better. He forced himself to take a deep breath, then gave a gentle smile. But you're forcing yourself to look fine, even though you're not, right?
かもしれません。この咳との付き合いにもすっかり慣れてしまいまして、今ではちょっと深呼吸をするだけで発作が収まったりします。
That's not a good thing, though. He went on to add that he was also taking medicine for his condition every day. That's amazing. I never seen or heard anyone able to suppress the side effects of the curse. The curse of death that haunted the country didn't strike exactly when a person turned 23 years old. It was rare to encounter people who actually lived at 23 while remaining healthy. Lucas worked at 22. And Adolf still being able to swing a sword at 21 were among the exceptional cases. The side effects from the curse were very similar to the nature of disease itself. The talented scientists at the Institute continued to conduct research day in and day out, but they hadn't been able to uncover the truth behind the curse of death. If he can turn himself into a reliver, then he could probably continue his work as a teacher, free from the suffering of the curse. But does he even want to? The way he talked about it before.
この国に革命をもたらしたリライバーも、決して万能の技術ではなく、お金以外にもまだ大きな代償を払う必要がありま。
Assuming he does become a reliver. What would happen if he lost his passion and love as a teacher for his students? Stop getting close to me, not the pretty face. Hi, sir. Noticing my silence, he spoke my name. I looked up and saw his beautiful face, giving me a reassuring smile to ease my troubled thoughts.
私のことなど気にせず、どうか君も将来は悔いのない選択をしてください。健やかに。自分の心にまっすぐである。
Those fangs? I'm looking at his teeth. Keep your mouth open, sir. Just a little.
それが先生が教え子に願うたった一つのことです。
The midnight air was filled with silence. Do not give me anything tragic, I swear to God. A choice I won't regret. I sat on my bed as I pondered over the words Lucas told me before he left. He said it directly to me. It must be his way of showing concern, since I would be turning 20 soon, which was when most began to show symptoms. Okay, we're 19, so we still have a bit before we actually are at death's door. He was telling me to think long and hard about whether I really wanted to become a reliver. There's no shot. Milo's only 13, not him getting the symptoms early. I heard coughing from behind the wall. I recognized it from Milo, the second oldest living here. Are they gonna blame me because he ate the omelet? Unable to hold back, I quietly exited my room and went to the shared room where Milo slept. Noticing the door slightly ajar, I slowly took a peek inside.
Mama.
Please no, please no, please no. Do not kill off Milo. I know he was a rude child, but do not do this to him. Milo was feverish as he panted heavily between pain coughs. Mother was doing her best to care for him, as the other children looked on with anxiety. Oh my god, they're doing it. They're really blaming me. There is no escape. There is no escape from these damn rumors. Ooh. Ah. I did not know that. Yeah, that's kind of rough. Bro, why is this happening? What kind of curse do we actually have? Seeing Milo suffer like this, Mother wasn't able to say much more. I wasn't sure what to do myself either. The best I could do was move as far away as possible, since I caused his suffering. I should go outside until he recovers. I quietly got dressed and walked out into the crisp night air. My trek took me to the country's edge. Since it wasn't very large, one can walk from one side to the other in the span of a day. Ooh, okay. It didn't take long for me to arrive at the nearest beach from the district where I lived. I looked far into the dark blue horizon. The sound of waves from the unknown lands beyond echoed in my ears. I gazed at the open field of black licorice spread out before me. As I reached out slowly and gently, my fingers softly brushed against a flower with black petals and a dash of red. A sign stood nearby. Those who wish to avoid death, keep away from the flowers of misfortune. Do not touch the licorice nourish. The warning was stated boldly, along with the king's faded signature. What a shame. They may be a little dark in color, but up close, they're so pretty. Oh. The black licorices. Though there are no official records, they are said to exist hundreds of years ago. They grew like a wall around the island, with their flowers in bloom throughout the year. The black licorice was essentially the symbol of this country, and yet, hardly anyone went near them to appreciate their beauty. That was because they were the flowers of misfortune and death. Ooh, that kinda sucks. That was what these beautiful licorices were known as by the masses. As the name implied, whenever someone tried to pick these flowers or remove them from the great expanse of the licorice field, for some unexplainable reason, it hastened the curse of death that we all harbored within our bodies. This world is just insane. What do you mean picking up a flower will quicken the curse? There are cases where some even perish the moment they picked the first flower. The flowers were as bored as I was for their connection to death. While it was a strange thought to have, that was the very reason why. The field of licorice flowers felt very close to me. We were too similar for me to feel any fear toward them. Most of all, there were never anyone around. It was the perfect place to sit in silence. I hope Milo was okay. I wanted to go inside the room and take care of him. I wanted to tell him that I was sorry. But I knew that going near him would only worsen his condition. Which was why I was given a room for myself, so that I wouldn't be too close to the others. I didn't spend much time with the children, apart from mealtimes, or when I worked on the chores around the orphanage. I never went near any sources of fire or other such places when no one was around. Perhaps my efforts were being rewarded. So far, there had been no deaths. I would even say the effects of the curse were erased. While some still show symptoms, they are of mild nature. Mother cared for them to avoid things taking a turn for the worse. I must have let my guard down this time. We don't really know what causes the curse though, besides you just being in the room. So it could be so many different things. Now that I think about it, I'm so reliant on others. Without Mother, who knew how many casualties could have occurred because of my presence? the misfortune I brought upon others was no different from the curse of death, and that none of us fully understood it. But unlike the curse of death, my presence brought with it disasters that occurred randomly and without warning. If someone were to die because of me, and they were contracted with the Institute, they wouldn't be able to revive as a reliver. Because of that, I understood why Milo and the others were afraid of me to the point of hatred. Relivers. It was only this afternoon that Lucas spoke about the idea with me, but I had no intention of becoming a reliver. Without a doubt, I would be the rebirth of the same soul of death that had accursed this place. I was death itself. I doubted that my powers of misfortune would disappear just because I changed my physical body. But for now, for a little longer, until I die from death's curse, I pray that I can stay under Mother's protection in the place Adolphe calls home. I pray that I can live in that warm and kind facility until the very end. I didn't care if my soul would be judged down in Hades after I died. As I prayed to the unseen God, the Lucas said resided in the heavens above. Why are the petals? I don't like that. That's a bad omen. Baby girl, you need a hug? She does. She needs so many hugs and loving, just someone to be there for her. I'm glad she has Mother and Lucas and Adolphe, but it's like the only people. A strong gale blew from the ocean. The wind whipped up countless black and red petals around me. The slight red glow in the fearsome jet black petals was bewitching and beautiful. I was captivated by the storm of flowers for a moment before I noticed? Now, hello, sir! In the middle of the Lycurgus field, is that who I think it is? Stood a young man wearing half a mask. He lovingly caressed the Lycurgus flowers that everyone so feared. Oh, he's crying! I could see tears flowing silently from his uncovered eye. The moonlight faintly illuminated his hair and the lycurguses around him. As the petals danced upon the wind, the young man turned to the rest of the flowers of death that stood silently. Stop! No! Not already! Do not profess. Who are you professing your love to? He spoke in a compassionate voice. Bro. Don't do this to me. My heart, I can't do this. It was a hauntingly beautiful sight. The idea that someone other than myself could love these Lycurgus flowers transfixed me. Oh, he's so pretty. You can see a hint of the burn. That's the guy from the fire when we were a kid, right? Perhaps noticing my presence, the young man turned around and looked straight at me. Is that Saisa Soba? Oh my god, it is. Don't do that to me either. No! I can't choose who I want to romance first if they keep doing this to me. Hi! My body froze. I immediately realized how rude it was of me to stare at someone crying. I'm sorry. I quickly apologized and fled the scene as fast as I could. Bro. You know who we are, right? Connect the dots, please. I swear to God, if we do his route and he doesn't realize it's me, like at the very beginning, I'm gonna be so mad. Do not do this whole thing. Bro, it's us. Yee. All right, so what was that 4? Technically, we saw Dolphin, but didn't really meet him or heard him talking. So we got like 4 of the love interests. I think there's like, oh wait, the guy in the research center. Hold on, research center, Lucas, the noble kind of guy, this guy here, and then we saw a Dolphin. So technically 5. I think there's like 1 or 2 more guys we haven't seen yet. I think it's the crazy one I was thinking about. I ran for the masked man, making my way back to the commoner's district. As luck would have it, no one was around. My sudden appearance didn't seem to cause a commotion. I must have taken the road that led back to the orphanage without realizing it. I had to get away from there, but was it just me? Or was that masked person just as startled as I was? We don't know each other, so he must have been surprised to see me watching him cry. Or perhaps he knew through rumors that I was the Reaper that everyone despised. Still, I hadn't seen any fear in his eyes, only astonishment. What a strange person. The thing that left a strong impression was a delicate mask that covered half of his face. Huh? That part of his face he was covering. Yeah, connect the dots, please, please. Just acknowledge. Yeah. His face, The color of his hair. I suddenly gasped. It can't be, but it is! It's the same person from before. Oh, thank God, we connected those. Please keep it up with it. My face went pale with memories flooding into my mind when the sound of dripping water brought me back to reality. What should have been a faint sound grew until it rang in my ears. It seemed to come from the dim alley that extended from the road. That's not rain. I thought it was raindrops. There, I heard it again. He grew up. Yes, I'm so happy he grew up. Looks like he's nice and healthy too. It's not raining, is it? Is that the sound of blood dropping? I mumbled the words to myself in an effort to regain my composure. Maybe. Someone must have forgotten to shut off one of the communal well pumps shared by the surrounding houses. If so, the water might flood the area around the well by morning, which would cause some trouble to those living here. I thought about it for a moment. Even if I am death, touching the pump wouldn't cause it to explode, will it? Oh, we're too nice for this. I decided to head into the alley to at least confirm where the dripping was coming from. It's a body, it's someone's blood. I walked through the darkness. Yep. Oh. Ah. That is not someone dying of the curse. Someone was slaughtered. Maybe multiple people. I could hear the water. No. I could hear something much heavier dripping that created damp layers of sound. I continued through the winding alleyway until I finally come upon an open area. The smell of iron filled the air as I felt water droplets hitting me. Huh? I gazed in a stupor at the sight before my eyes. Not us covered in the blood though, hold on! It was different from vivid flames of licorice. Everything was covered in a dull red. On the ground was a pile of bodies. Oh, that is unfortunate. As I looked on, bewildered at the scene, 2 shadowy figures staggered toward me. The last of the 2 crumbled into the pool of blood at my feet. Ugh! I slowly sunk to the ground at the scene unfolding in front of me. Looking forward, I saw the pool of blood and bodies lying on the ground. My eyes met those of one of the bodies. No. we are not doing this, please. Let's leave the area before some people say I did this because of my death curse. Hmm? Adolf? I felt someone's body, warmth surrounding me and pulling me in close.
どうした？無事か？今の悲鳴は？
Adolf? The brother I grew up with at the orphanage. But I thought he was supposed to return tomorrow night. Why is he here? There's no shot he did this, right? At that moment, I was sure he had even more questions than I did. After confirming my safety, he looked around to discover the horror of the situation. I'm not too sure, honestly, man. I just came and found all these dead bodies. What happened? He was asking me. Who? What? I was death. The people here. What did I do to them? No, he's not accusing you. He's just saying, did you see anything, basically? No. I didn't do anything. I really didn't do anything. I just happened to see this. But I didn't curse anyone here at all. I didn't do anything, but My body and my voice shook. But I'm here. Why? Would I keep cursing people and killing them? Adolf's angry voice stopped me from speaking any further. Seeing me shrink back and lower my head, Adolf stopped too. Adolf let out a heavy sigh, giving my back a reassuring rub. Mm-hmm.
お前は何もしてねえよ。お前は人を呪うなんて大層な力は持ってない。どこにでもいる小娘で、ただまと運が悪いだけの俺の大事な妹分だ。ただまあさすがにここまでだと教会に十字架をもらいに行くのもありな気もしてきた。
Bro, are you joking about the situation? Time and time again. Every time anyone said that I was death, I heard the same familiar voice. A voice that was sometimes brusque, but one that was always trying to calm me down. The kind and caring voice of Adolphe. Adolphe? I think Adolphe is better. It was because of him that I regained my sense of calm in breathing. But in contrast, so, what are we gonna do about the bodies though, bro? Oh god, do not see me. Please no, they're gonna blame me. Oh my god, this game is stressing me out. Hearing my screams, a large crowd of people began to gather. Shit. Oh yeah, this is wonderful, just perfect. No, no. Oh my god. Okay. We can move past this. Are you gonna say anything or? Did you see me do anything? Got any evidence? Oh hell yeah! Adolf's glare of contempt stopped the crowd's accusations in an instant. Ooh? Oh, I love him in our quarter. He got that. Now why would I do that? Look, right? Bro's like, hello? I saw she didn't do anything. Ooh. Ooh, I like this about him. Bro's like, I'm done with humanity at this point. Adolf slowly took my arm and brought me to my feet. He wiped the blood off my cheek with his sleeve.
こいつらには構うな。
Bro said, forget these plebs.
俺らの母さんが、マムが。
Oh, I love him so much. Is it bad he looks so good when he has to look despair? Honestly, when fictional characters have to look at despair, they just look so gorgeous. Like, I want to see you happy, but can I see you a bit sad and depressed just a little bit? Adolphe acted as my support as we walked out of the alley, but...
なんてこった。こいつは俺の息子に、その恋人だ。
Ooh.
ようやく両思いになれたばっかだってのに。
Sorry for your loss, but I swear I didn't do anything about it. The sorrow and anger I could hear behind me pierced my heart. My bad, dude. Even though I didn't do anything. Tonight, this mass murder sent a wave of shock through the district similarly to the fire from before. Until now, most residents simply avoided me out of fear and their hatred of death, but tonight only made things worse. It sure as hell did. All these people know about the fire incident at the orphanage. Now this mass murder incident. They're blaming me for both. Oh my god. Oh, are we in danger? Are people just gonna start attacking us and trying to kill us to make the curse stop? Like, there's no way I'm gonna go outside without someone backing me up at this point. Oh, and this morning, the tragic night had come to a close, and a gentle morning light shone into my room. Each time, the memories of what I saw flashed through my mind. My hand involuntarily rose to my mouth. Methinks we're cooked? Yeah, we might be cooked at this point. I don't think I can go outside by myself. Adolphe, who protected me last night, convened with his patrol unit after bringing me back. They returned to the scene to investigate what happened. The whole thing with Milo and now this mass murder incident is not looking good. What can you even do at this point? Mother greeted us with a pale face when we arrived. Just as Milo finally started to settle down, I had come home covered in blood. That makes it even better. Wonderful. I can only imagine what went on in her mind on top of that. Oh, hold on. My cat's walking across my everything. Hey, buddy. What are you doing? What you want? You want the bed? Hold on. Ugh. Here you go. Jump to the bed. Come on. Jump. Jump. Bro, hold on. Bryce, what do you want? Come on. Oh my god. If you're just gonna sit somewhere, please go somewhere else. Sit on the bed. There you go, buddy. Okay. Alright, sorry. One of my cats woke up and he just walked all across my desk, but now I guess he's just laying on my bed. Mother. I slowly took a peek outside the window. Ooh, not them crowding around the orphanage! Can we not? Can I have a break, please? What proof do you have that I caused that? And then they point out all the other incidents. I didn't do anything either. Mother was surrounded by a group of angry people venting their frustrations. My god, Mother is an MVP. If I was her, I would have cussed these guys out so badly. And she's just sitting there silently, letting them vent. It's been a few hours since the incident. Despite the short time that had elapsed, even the newspaper had published an article about my involvement without verifying the lies. That is slander, right? Hello? I'm not involved in this incident. I happened to find the bodies. That's literally it. I somehow held back the urge to run out to aid her. After all, I would only make matters worse. Before Adolphe went out with his patrol unit, He told me very sternly to stay put in my room until things settled down. Yeah, that's what we need to do. Excuse me, hear you yelling at my mother like that, right? She is still alive. I don't think she believes that. She's still taking care of us. She's kind. Unlike you guys. You don't have to like me, but telling her to be what to do with her orphanage is ridiculous, outrageous. You tell him, mother. Yeah, man. What do you think? What did you expect to see from her, knowing that she kept me in this orphanage for so many years?
私は今回の件にあの子が関与しているとは思いません。何よりあの子がこの施設に来て不幸が起きたなど今までただの一度も思ったことはありませんから。
Mother remained graceful and resolute in the face of their accusations. After a moment of disbelief, the crowd began to counter her statement when...
いや、ごめんね。ちょっと通してくれるかな。
あんたらも群れるのが好きだね。こんなみっちり詰まりに詰まって暑苦しくねえのかよ。
Two people somehow forced their way through the crowd. Oh my god, it's him! Among them was, he's actually here. And is that a sword on his hip? The man in the lycra's field.
随分と賑やかだね。クーネの人たちはいつだって活気に。
If no one got my back, I know Mother does, right? Mother is always in our corner. I love her for that.
たまに度が過ぎてるけどな。クルーンのイブとヒューゴ。なんでお前らが
Hugo. His voice kind of sounds familiar. Wait a minute! Is Hugo's voice actor? Hold on, I need to hear him speak. I think I know who he is.
なんでも何もこの
Wait a minute. If what I'm thinking.
お仕事をしに来たんだよ。そうですよね。
Please, Hugo, speak one more time. I know you're a background character.
前もって本日伺うとアドルフを通してお約束させていただいていたかと思いますが。
Hugo, speak.
ええ、そうね。確かに傷んだ家具を直していただけないかと依頼を出していた。
Oh, is that who they were talking about before in the market about people coming to fix things? Is that? Hold on, the voice actor for Hugo. Hold on. That sounds like Yamashita Seichiro. I think that's Ace's voice actor. Hold on. Before I say anything, hold on. Bro, if I'm thinking correctly, you are where? Ichisu? Hold on. I'm right about this, right? Cause ain't no way I recognize that damn voice. YouTube, Google, anime films. Where is it? Hold on, chat. I know I've heard this man's voice before. That's Ace's voice actor. It is. Yeah. Okay, that sounds like Ace's bitch ass. That is Ace's voice actor. Okay, bro. I recognize that man's voice. Ace annoys the hell out of me. Yeah, it is Ace. Okay. Bro, I'm like, that sounds familiar. That voice annoys me slightly.
たかがご近所トラブル程度で俺たちの大事な稼ぎを邪魔してくれるなよ。たかがだと。つかお前らだって自警団のメンバーだろう。ならここに住んでる死神が昨晩何をしたのか知ってるはずじゃ。だとよ。知ってっかアイブ。
Oh, I say Yeeves, but I guess it's Eves.
知らないな。俺が知ってるのは昨晩たくさんの遺体が路地裏で発見されたってことだけで、死神がどうこうなんて話、ただの一度も耳に入ってこなかったと思うけど。
I'm not a part of it. If the corpse thought I was part of it, they definitely would investigate me. Mm-hmm.
あの女をよりにもよってお前がかばうのかよ。
What side? I happened to find the bodies. I'm a witness. I didn't do it though. One of the men pointed his finger at the younger masked man named Yeeves. Yeeves? Eves. I think it's Eves. Eves sounds better.
前だって確か7年前の大カジノ。
You bring up the past?
あの死神が起こした災いの被害者のはずだろ。
You're telling him how to think and how to live his life. Ooh, he seems pissed though. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. He was right. I realized it too. Eve stayed quiet for a few seconds as I watched him with certainty. He then took a step forward. Punch this man, please.
俺は被害者じゃないよ。たまたま偶然火災現場に彼女と一緒に居合わせた。それだけの話。昔から
Oh, I
そう
love
言っ
this
てたは
look.
ずなんだけど、俺の言葉はみんなに信じてもらえてなか
Ooh,
っ
and this is
た
his best look here. I like this pose. And you can see the slight blush under his cheek.
だとしたらちょっと寂しいな。
いや、別にそういうわけじゃ。
Seeing his sad expression, the people who were seething moments ago took a step back. Emotional manipulation?
わかったわかったよ。イブたちには日頃から世話になってるし、
This time?
今日のところは二人に免じて帰ってやる。
その代わりちゃんと自警団の方で変死事件について調査してよね。
それはもちろん全力を尽くさせてもらうよ。クルーンの方も落ち着いたら再開するから、困ったことがあれば来てね。
It was clear the level of regard that people had for him by how compliant they left the premises. Okay, thank God. Eve is a really nice person and they like him.
今のスト演技どっちだ？
半分ずつかな。あの話を信じてもらえなかったのが寂しかったのは事実。だけどそれを口にすれば彼らが引き下がってくれる確信もあった。
どっちかより立ち悪いな、この確信人たらしめ。
I looked on from the window in awe at how swiftly he diffused the situation. Noticing my presence once again, Eve looked at me in the window and happily waved at me. Hi, buddy! Adolphe returned from work around the time that the crowd dispersed. Oh, thank you very much for saving Mother earlier. Please, have some tea. I carefully lined the cups of tea in front of our guests.
いい香り。お茶の色も綺麗だね。これってもしかして君が入れてくれたの？
I think so? Yes. I had only done so because Adolphe told me to. I still wasn't sure why he had asked me to brew the tea. It was poor, thanks to serve them the tea that I made, after all the good they had done for us.
じゃ、早速いただきま
Is
す。
it not gonna taste good? Huh? As if there was nothing unusual to it, Ias quickly drank the tea without hesitation.
おいしい。
Are you being for real or are you playing with me?
すごいな。多分俺が同じ紅茶を入れても渋いだけのものにしかならないよ。これどうやって入れてるの？
Bro, don't ask
あの
me.
ようにコツがあるとか。指南役はシスターサロメ？
Yes. She taught me the basics of housework and etiquette. Are you feeling alright? You don't need to force yourself to drink it.
無理ってなんで？
We didn't think you'd like it, man. What am I supposed to think? What do I mean?
イーブ、お前な、水の一気飲みじゃねえんだぞ。見てろ、こういうのはな。
Bro.
で、茶葉の香りを楽しんでから雑談しつつちびちび飲むもんなんだよ。
He's really telling him how to do this.
つかお前、さっきろくに冷まさずに飲んだろ。 口の中の皮がむけてベロベロになってねえだろうな。ちょい、口開いて見せてみろ。
嫌だ。女性の前でそんなはしたない真似できないよ。
He's so cute. Bro, it's hard to choose which is my favorite. Oh no.
だからそもそも一気飲み自体がはしたねえんだって言ってんだよ。
My mouth hung open slightly from seeing the two of them so lighthearted with each other. At least he has a buddy.
どうだ？これで二人がお前を差別するようなやつじゃねえって分かったろ。
Thank you for that. Yeah. That must have been why Adolph asked me. Seeing that the tea I brewed for them was consumed as soon as I served it, allowed me to breathe a sigh of relief. So if I make them dinner, they're not gonna just be like, oh, she's a cursed girl. Mother brought some sweets to the table for our guest, giving us the opportunity for a formal introduction.
それじゃあ改めて自己紹介。
Alright, official introduction.
俺はイブ。
Eve.
クーネの方でクルーンっていう。
Korun. Okay, that's the company they work for.
どんな雑用でもこなす、いわゆる何でも屋さんの店長をやってます。兼業で自警団にも所属してるけどね。ちなみにまだリライバーじゃない人間。年は数え間違ってなければ18。
If you're not mistaken, we're older than him by like 2 years. And he said not yet, so he does want to be one.
俺はヒューゴ。同じくクルーンと自警団の二足わらじで、クルーンじゃイブの部下で友人。
Hello, Hugo.
出身はシュディだが、今はクーネ暮らしのリライバー。
Ah,
うちはそこそこおっさんだ。
okay.
この人よしともどもよろしく頼む。
If they don't have their symbol out, you just can't tell who's a reliver or not. And since they all stay young, that makes it even harder to decide. So, you two are the Kurun handyman.
俺たちの店のこと知ってるの？
Yes, even though I never visited. All I know is that your guild takes care of anything, no matter how difficult. I also heard from the people of Koen how trustworthy you two are.
へえ、施設からめったに出ないって噂のあんたにまで評判が届いてるとは。俺らも有名になったもんだ。開業した時は全然客が来なくて、食うもんにも困ってたのによ。
懐かしいね。あの頃はその辺りの草を引っこ抜いてなんとか調理して食べてたっけ。君はアドルフから常々話は聞いてるよ。
You remember me, right? Because you talked about it outside. Are you going to address that? Yes. I'm sorry for not introducing myself sooner. Thank you very much for taking care of working with Adolph. I gave a respectful nod to Eves as I stammered out my somewhat awkward introduction.
面白い表現する子だな。確かに俺たちは自警団の仲間として互いに助けられての関係かもね。
まあ、間違ってはいねえな。
じゃ、自己紹介も終わったことだし、そろそろ本題に入るか。
They both sat up straight with serious expressions.
昨晩近くの
Oh, so it's about the
大
incident.
量死事
Okay.
件。俺たちはその第一発見者である君に聞き取り調査をさせてもらいに来たんだ。
Oh, I mean, yeah, understandable. We're the ones who saw the bodies first. The mood of the room became tense.
厳密にはクルーンじゃなく自警団の仕事なんだけどな。
この格好で来させたのは俺の指示だ。クルーンとしての姿の方がああいう暴走しがちな連中を抑えやすい。
That's smart. Eves then took out a notepad and pen from his pocket.
君にとっては思い出すのも辛い悲惨な記憶だろうけど、無理をしない程度に当時の状況を俺たちに教えてくれないかな。
Yes. But I was panicking back then, so it's possible that my memory is lacking in parts. I somehow mustered the strength to nod, as it was about the only thing I could do now. I told them what led me into the alley and what I saw at the gruesome scene. I brought up every detail I could remember, at times using gestures when words alone couldn't capture the unspeakable elements.
なるほど。悲鳴や争うような物音は最初から最後まで一切聞こえなかったんだ。
Not as far as I can remember. What brought me here was the sound of dripping blood, which I thought was water.
ってことは、その時にはもう大半が死んでたか。最後に死んだ。
Oh, I love this look on Adolf so
お
much.
前が路地に入る直前に死んだな。
Bro looks tired as hell. He looks cute being tired as hell.
ずーっとむしられた方の可能性。
Gouging? I'm sorry, what happened to the bodies?
多分ね。殺された方はほとんどが即死だし、何より彼女は犯人の姿を見ていない。
What do you mean when you say they bled out from the gouging?
実はな、昨夜死体を回収する
Am I supposed to know this info?
俺たちなりに軽く見聞してみたんだが、死体の惨状は主に2種類に分かれていた。
With a glance, Adolf had ease and Hugo continued.
一つは被害者の胸が
Ooh.
鋭い何かで肉ごとえぐられ、いや、むしられたかのような跡がある。原因不明の変死死体。
Naturally. And the others?
胸にどでかい穴がばっくり開いて、とどめと言わんばかりに心臓の
Their
関
hearts.
係が刺さっていた。
Okay, this person had a purpose. They didn't just randomly kill these people and just left the bodies. They wanted something. They were
こっちは正
meticulous.
真正銘他殺死体だな。
Mm-hmm. So who did this? Though the causes of death sounded familiar, the slight difference in them unsettled me. It made it hard to breathe.
ひどすぎて危うく夕飯で食った料理吐くかと思ったぜ。あんたよく悲鳴だけで済んだな。
他の団員たちは普通に吐いてたけどな。たく、揃いも揃って情けね。
みんなあの後ちゃんとご飯食べ直したかな。胃を空っぽのままにしてないか心配だね。
俺らの反応が普通なんだよ。あとイブ、心配するところはそこじゃねえ。
The conversation was moving a bit off topic. So, what you're saying is that the people in the alley didn't die because of the curse.
ああ、あんたが目撃した通り、全員漏れなく血まみれだ。安らかに息を引き取ったやつはいないね。胸から出血しているって意味では両方共通してるが。
あくまで自主組織に過ぎない俺たちにはこれ以上遺体を調べることができない。
Oh, okay.
検視も被害者たちの身元確認も後から合流するその王族直属の近衛兵たちに任せることになるだろう。
Alright, so it's gonna be well before we get official reports, but we at least have some info about what happened. The Royal Guard. A strange mood filled the room as soon as the words were spoken.
死体はひとまず葬儀屋に依頼して冷凍保存してもらってる。
多分この衛兵たちの到着は数日後になるだろうし、合流が遅いならこっちもそれまでの時間を有効に使えるね。
Oh, it's gonna take him a while.
ああ、法に反しない範囲で奴らが動く前に撃てる手は撃っておく。気にするなってのは無理があるが、周辺住民からの声や視線は極力無視しろ。
Thanks, I understand. My other cat is awake now. Hold on. Hi, buddy. What's up? Yeah, go sit. He's rubbing his face against my face. Hold on. There you go. With the questioning over, I finally took in a deep breath. I can pet you from here though and still play. So Adolphe, what's going to happen to the deceased? What is he doing? Dear God, hold on. I love my kitties so much. Oh my God. As long as their deaths are reported to the Institute, they'll be able to revive as relivers, right? Did they have anything set up?
まずは身元が判明しねえとなんともだ。ただあの中に数人以前巡回の際に見かけたやつがいた。
Ooh, can I get a number? How many people were killed? Because that's a lot of people to just kill in one night. Like, did he call some people over, killed them, call some more people over, and kind of did like that? Because if it's just one person, that would be hard. So is it multiple killers in this case?
確かあいつらは遺伝子と記憶どちらもまだバ
Ooh.
ックアップを取ってなかった。
Yeah, they're done for. Which means they're officially dead. There's no way for them to revive in clone bodies.
そういうことになる。
Ooh. That's horrible.
仮にリライバーとして蘇ることができる被害者がいたとしても、記憶は研究所でバックアップを取った時点のものまでしか再現されない。
I never thought of that. Oh crap. So how far back would you need to back up? So say I back up on a Monday, and then I live my life for 2 weeks and I end up dying. The memories that's been backed up only goes back to that Monday. So those 2 weeks, I have no recollection of them at all.
事件当時、一体あの場で何が起きたのか聞き取ること
Oh, that's true too.
まず不可能ね。
So they really had to investigate this with, like, I guess, evidence of the crime scene. There's nothing they can do if they revive these people. They have no memory of what happened or who their killer was. Oh, that sucks, knowing they did see the killer, but they cannot remember, and so they can't tell anyone. In other words, nothing more could be done. Witnessing someone dying and coming back to life was a daily occurrence for many of us. But the pile of mutilated bodies found last night was so outside the norm that everyone was finding it difficult to process. All the teacups on the table were now empty, but the expressions on everyone's faces was far from satisfied. After our conversation, Adolphe and the others decided to collect additional accounts before moving forward. Okay, we have some info about the whole murder thing, but I'm not feeling well about it. Since the incident happened near the orphanage, they decided to speak with the children to see if anyone had encountered any strange people or events in the area. They split up and began making their way through the facility simultaneously. Knowing his way around, Adolphe disappeared. Mother showed Hugo to another area of the facility, while I led Yves to elsewhere. Where did he go? I was just showing him around, but now I was standing confused in an empty hallway. The moment I took my eyes off him, the children grabbed him by the arm and sped away. Hello? We had become separated so quickly that I was at a loss. He seems to be a very kind person, so I understand why they took a liking to him. But he was still our guest and a member of the corps, so we shouldn't be bothering him while he was here on serious business. As I wondered where he could be, I turned the corner to discover.
ねえお兄ちゃん、どうしてお兄ちゃんはそんな変なお面をかぶっているの？
Ah. I instantly stopped and gasped at the blunt but innocent question. That's children for you. A little further from me was Yves, crouching down to meet the children's eye level. One of the young children was staring straight at his mask with curiosity. I knew I should step in and reprimand them for asking a guest something so rude. I have to scold them, but I found myself frozen in place. And I knew why. It was because I had a feeling that I knew the answer.
顔を隠すなんて犯罪者か泥棒ぐらいなんじゃない
Oh,
の？
that's cute. That's such a kid logic.
お兄ちゃん悪い人なの？
Are you Eves?
いや、そんなことはないと思うんだけどな。
Oh, Eves is the cutest. I love this expression, bro. It's like, I don't know, man.
違うなら外して身の潔白を証明してよ。
Suddenly, the child reached out to him. His tiny fingers grasped the edge of the mask to uncover the mysterious truth beneath. Eves quickly avoided it just in time, standing up, out to reach out of the child, holding down the mask with his own hand. As though to avoid another request by the child, Eves began to speak.
お兄ちゃんはちょっと昔顔に大きな怪我を負ってね。その後がまだ消えずに残ってるんだ。
He still keeps that childlike cuteness, right? The little side profile is the cutest thing ever.
見た人がびっくりしてトラウマにしてしまうぐらいひどい跡だから。誰も怖がらせないようにこの仮面をつけて生活してるんだよ。
Ooh, question I have. If they clone their body, if Eves gets his body cloned, will he still have that same scar on his face? When they clone bodies, is it in perfect condition or the way it was before they died?
ふーん。
Perhaps disappointed by the answer, the child turned around and walked off without a fuss. Eves looked on with a troubled smile on his face. He then quickly turned around and... Hi! He finally noticed me standing here quietly. I walked toward him and bowed my head. I'm sorry. I need to tell him not to be so rude.
仕方ないよ。あの年頃の子は好奇心の塊だしね。俺も昔は大人を質問攻めにしたっけ。それよりちょうどいい機会だから君に聞きたいことがあって。
Oh? What is it?
その昨日事件に遭遇する直前、あのリコリス畑で俺と会ったよね。
Yes. I nodded quietly, since there is no point in hiding that fact now.
そっか。やっぱり君だったんだね。俺、あの時からずっと君と二人だけで話をしてみたかったんだ。君と俺が初めて出会った昔のことを。
Oh, please. Ease was finally addressing the past that we both avoided until now. I shared the same sentiment. I had wanted to confirm his identity and apologize for what happened.
もう君もうっすら気づいてると思うけど。
But please, not yet.
俺は7年前
I was still.
あの火事の中、 君と一緒にいた。
I still wasn't ready to face that nightmare. A strange, indescribable smell hit me. What do you mean, smell? The sudden odor, wafting through, stopped, Eves from saying anything further. It smells like some kind of medicine. I think it's coming from over there.
アドルフ、ヒューゴ、そっちで何かあったのか。
悪い、気にすんな。うちの悪ガキがやらかしただけだ。
At the sound of Adolf's sharp voice, Eves and I tilted our heads at the same time. Is it Milo?
おい、見ろ。床にぶちまけた。このやたらとくせえ液状の薬品。
Oh, Adolf looks pissed as hell though!
これは一体何だ？どっから調達してきた？
Illegal medicine?
こんないかにもな実験用の薬品。 クーネのどこにも売ってねえ。
Oh shit!
うっせえな。めったに帰ってこねえやつが偉そうに。別にどっからでもいいだろ。
Bro, if you're getting medicine off the street, I would think is very important. You don't know what's in that, what it's gonna do to you. Has it been tested? It's being tested on you.
いや、よくね。この際出所は置いておくとしても、お前なんでこの瓶を持ってこそこそ厨房に向かおうとした？
The kitchen? Oh hell no! Why is he trying to poison us?
まさかとは思うが、何かしらの食品や飲み物に混ぜて。
Oh my god! No shot, Milo's actually trying to poison us. What? What do you mean? I know Milo didn't like us, but to resort to trying to poison us? I can't hear what they're saying, but they're arguing, right? Oh, thank gosh, she doesn't know what's happening, because that would break her heart so much. Bro, Milo really brought some black market poison. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna give this to this girl. Just as Eve was about to see what was going on with the Dolph, as if calling out to one's beloved, as if sending out a greeting of joy from reuniting again. What is that? Hmm? It was the same trigger of that nightmare. What do you mean? No, there's no shot. There's another fire. Stop it. Stop it. What? The explosion of crimson light flashing. You're kidding. Hold on. I gotta let my cat out real quick, but there's no shot.
まあ、リュカ先生、あの子を心配してお見舞いに来てくださったの？
Okay, I'm back. Okay. Bro, I swear to God, it better not be a fire. Oh, I cannot do this.
ええ、大事な教え子が痛ましい事件に遭遇したと聞いて、いても立ってもいられず。彼女の様子はいかがですか？必要ならば私の方で話を。
ん？
これは薬品種？サロメさん、子供たちを相手に科学の実験授業でもされているのですか？
いいえ、まさか。基本的にうちの子たちの授業は
What do you mean?
全て先生に一任していますし、そもそもそんな用途に使える薬品なんてうちの施設には。
You're kidding! Was that Milo? Did Milo do this shit? There's no shot. What do you mean there's an explosion? After everything that happened, the people are gonna blame me. Oh my god. This is so stressful. Anything bad happened? Oh, was it you? Please tell me it's a small explosion. No fire? It doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad. The embers fluttered in the air as the smell of burning stung my nose. We're good. We're alive. No. Eves, I swear to God, you better wake your ass up. Eves was lying on his back, and while I couldn't see any major burns, his body was covered in blood and ash. I desperately pumped his chest with my hands in an effort to save him from death. What do you mean? But no matter how many times I repeated the process, neither his pulse nor his breathing returned. What? Huh? There's no shot.
交代で処置を始めてから
Oh my god. Is this what people talked about when they played this game? I think I've seen some people say when you play this, it gives you the first playthrough is so depressing and then it gets better. What do you mean bro's dead? What? He protected me for a second time. It is dead. Oh, the village people are gonna hate me so much. I'm gonna have a mob at me. They're gonna have pitchforks and torches of fire. Oh my god. I won't give up, please. Eves, wake your ass up. I cannot deal with this. Eves protected me again from the explosion. And now this isn't fair. I was reliving what happened 7 years ago. That's why this time, I need to save him.
よせって言ってんだ。これ以上、イブの体を無駄に傷つけるな。
He grabbed my arm and pried me away from Eve's cold body. I slumped down to the floor. Lucas took my place next to Eve's and began checking his pulse.
リライバーには
なれねえよ。こいつはまだバックアップを。
Lucas closed his eyes silently. Are you gonna pray over his body? It's done. He's gone. He seemed to be feeling regret for not arriving sooner to extinguish the fire.
急ぎ連絡を入れたので、病院の方たちがすぐに到着
Bro,
する。
I hope no one sees them come to this orphanage. We're cooked.
死亡判断がしやすいよう、服の前を広げても。
俺がやる。下がっててくれ。
Is that the knife she killed herself with? Wait! Is this? Hold on. Adolf took out his trusted dagger and began to cut through Yve's shirt. His unmoving chest was fully exposed now. Adolf bit his lip with frustration. He then angrily threw the dagger behind himself.
子供やサロメさんを避難させているヒューゴさんとやらにはこれから報告を。
At the beginning, we had the taking ourselves out scene. Is this the reason why we took ourselves out? What is going on? What is the timeline? What are we doing?
ああ。
Hugo doesn't know.
どう告げたもんかな。
Oh no.
あいつにとってイブはそれこそ世界の何よりも優先するような一番の親友だったんだ。
I could hear their conversation, but most of it was cloudy in my mind. The only thing I was certain of was, it's my fault. Yeah, you know, at this point, if I was MC, I'll be like, yeah, it's my fault. I am the problem here. Someone take me out, because ain't no way this happened again. He met me, and I cursed him. Ease died because I killed him. I looked down at the floor as I mumbled. Ah. The dagger that Adolf threw behind him was right next to me. In front of them? Girl, wait. At least go to a forest. I grasped his handle and stood up quietly as Adolf and Lucas grieved. Is this how we get to the beginning of the game? I walked outside through the crumbled wall. Without a single soul noticing my departure, I slowly made my way to the field of Lycaris. Oh shit, we're circling back. There is no indication that anyone knew she had vanished in the midst of the tragedy. As sharp as the two of them were, they were far too absorbed by the loss of their friend.
イブ君、君には
Oh,
別
stop
の養護
this.
施設で数回勉強を教えたことがありましたね。その頃から私は君が困った人を決して見捨てないとてもいい子だと尊敬すらしていましたよ。ですがどうやらそれは勘違いだったようです。
Lucas smiled weakly as he brushed away Eve's ash-covered hair from his mask.
こんな形で彼女の心に
Right? Eve, you should not be dying. How dare you die on me?
なんて
Lucas reached out and lightly laid his palm against Eve's chest, as though scolding a young child. I heard that beep. Beep the beat. Hold on. What do you mean? What was that? What was that cracking noise? I found myself in a familiar place, awaiting my punishment. Under the leaden sky, I sat alone in a field of black licorice, surrounded by the symbol of death. The black licorices swayed, as if welcoming my decision as one of their own. In my weakened hand was a single dagger that I could barely grasp. That dagger I took from that place. I guess this is it. The words sparked my memory. I slowly began to recall the faces of all the people I had killed thus far. Oh, wow. The whole circle back? I love this. The first. One of the many souls that were lost was a young man of 18 years old who had been in the care of the orphanage. I liked him. I thought of him as my own brother, one who would play with me whenever I wanted. But this gentle soul did not receive death's blessing, and in the 6th month after our first meeting, cursed blood spewed from his dying lips. The second was a frail young girl at the orphanage, with whom I shared a room and befriended. She was far too young to be loved by death. One morning, I awoke in the bed that we slept in together, only to discover the flowers disappearing. Her cold, breathless body lying next to me, with eyes rolled back and mouth agape. Angst everywhere, right? This is just angst, angst, angst. It was looking up, like, despite the murder, we're getting somewhere, some happiness, but said, nah, you thought you were happy. You're not safe. The third, a sisterly young woman who stayed with me out of concern for the grieving girl who had lost 2 companions in such a short time. The fourth, the friendly twins who fawned over me as I was their own sister. Nah, the fourth, she took out 2 at once? That's diabolical. The fifth, a worker at the orphanage who was unsettled by the sight of my isolated existence. The sixth, the seventh, the eighth, oh, thank God. I was like, do not give me dying children again. She's counting these? The murders in the capital, whatever, wasn't our fault. Huh? How many have I counted? So there's 2 extra.
死神だ。
Ooh.
あの娘は死神だ。あいつの周囲にいる人間はみんな、この国の呪いが身を蝕む前に殺される。あの火災も大量の死体も、あいつが呪いによって引き起こし殺したものに違いない。
Yes, that may be so. Everything must be my fault. Even the incident in the back alley. I killed them with my powers of death. Who else could it be but the one responsible for the deaths of those who were kind to me? I positioned the dagger in my hand, a dagger that was his treasure, not mine. The cold light that gleamed from it felt to me like the warmth of a hearth. There we go again. I pointed it to my neck. I couldn't let fear take hold of me now. With each passing day, I lived as death. More lives were lost, wilting away and scattering like lycra's petals. They wilted, they scattered, they went up in flames. I could no longer bear it. Dear God, I have killed so many people. I accept that I'm a sinner. I have no right to live again. I strengthened my grip on the hilt of the dagger to stop my hands from shaking. And as a single teardrop fell, I brought it toward my throat.
ほう。死神の少女が死の花園にて、その
Is this who I think it is? Is this the last guy?
実に惹かれる光景だが、いさ
So it's different this time. He appeared before me suddenly. It is him! It's the last guy! It's the last love interest! So this does end differently. Oh, it's him! He's so pretty!
仮にも自らを神だと名乗るなら
Bro, that's Anko, right?
行為の存在らしく、もっとずぶとく傲慢な
Bro, let me be in my depression state.
人間たちを陥れ、嘲笑いながら生きても許されると思うけれどね。
He gave a wide grin as his red eyes curved mischievously. He reached out to me with a frail hand. His bare fingers wrapped around the blade of the dagger pointed at my throat, spilling a significant amount of his own blood. Right? Man is so gorgeous. Sounding a little bit crazy. Right? When I see the trailer for this game and heard his voice, I'm like, that's the crazy guy. And I'm into that also. Love me some crazy men. I should have been angry to be robbed of a death I wanted, but you're bleeding. I was trying to kill myself so that no one else would come to harm. It wouldn't make sense for someone to die alongside me. Let go right now. You need to stop the bleeding.
やれやれ。優しいのは結構だが、落ち着きたまえ。
Hello? Painting my lips with his blood? Bro's insane. I love it. The person who appeared out of nowhere rested his bloody finger against my lips.
言ったろ？もっと君はずぶとく傲慢であるべきだと。
Bro. He slowly moved his finger. The color traced over my lips like lipstick, painting them red. An indescribable shiver ran down my spine, preventing me from moving away. The blood on his finger dripped down my lips and into my mouth. Instead of iron, it tasted like sweet nectar.
私は人ではないからね。
You know, I kind of figured the way you are. Are you the drifter?
だから、現世で受けた傷などすぐに塞ぐ。
Bro, who are you? Just as I was about to ask him more. Wait, your wounds are already healed. Who are you? The mysterious man had a bewitching presence that didn't seem to be of this world. He smiled eerily and spoke.
はじめまして、死神のお嬢。
It's nice to meet you too.
私はこの国の死の番人、アンク。
Hello?
悲劇に嘆く麗しい姫君に、とある契約を持ちかけるべく冥界より発せ参じ。
I'll sign whatever you want, man. Marriage contract? Hell yeah.
私との約束を果たしたら、君を普通の女の子に生まれ変わらせてあげよう。
Huh. Come on, give me more. Is that the end of the general? Ah! Hold on. Alright. I think we just finished the general route. Holy shit. Okay, so we have the opening. Ooh, it's so haunting. Oh, he's so pretty. Stop, bro. I want this man. Yomi's the illustrator. A man cannot be this pretty and crazy. He's greedy. Bro has it all. I'm gonna be greedy too. I want all this, man. Okay. Anko, I love you. Bro, watch them make you romance Anko the last route ever. Oh, I'm ready for the angst. Ooh, this song's so good. Oh, not him in the fire. Stop this. So he's definitely the poster boy. Eves is. Ooh, that Shinichi Toki here? Oh, that's good. Oh, I love that. All right, I think that's the general route. Bro, that took a bit. Okay, so let me save from here. I'm not sure how the game's gonna go from this portion. Can I save? Okay, let's keep going quick.
だがしかし、どこかの国では、追う方こそが鬼だと呼ばれるものらしい。あながちそれは間違っていないだろう。命を借り、逃げる鬼を追い、怪物となった子供は、罪なき手のひらにナイフを握る。
So we're still in this forest with them. Oh, hi, sir! Oh, he's so gorgeous. Oh my god. Hi.
悲劇に嘆く麗しい姫君にとある契約を持ちかけるべく冥界より馳せ参じた。
Oh, not this look. Oh, the side profile is so good. Watchman of Death. Contract. I didn't understand what he was trying to say. Before I knew it, the rain around us moved away, as if fearing his presence. Bro, the rain fears him? Stop! Not this side. Well, with him hiding part of his face, I decided Anko and Lucas are my boys. You have some good taste. It's hard for me to decide. Anko's definitely up there. It might be Anko and Eves for me. Bro looks like he laughed at me and I'll let him do it. Humiliate me all you want, buddy. This Anko watchman was observing my confusion with glee. He had literally appeared in front of me out of nowhere. The first thought that came to mind upon seeing him was suspicion. Still, the deep wound that the dagger should have left on the palm of his hand vanished without a trace in a matter of seconds. It was difficult to imagine that he could be some ordinary person with delusions of grandeur. Either he's using some kind of trick to hide the wound, or he wasn't really injured in the first place. The wound and the blood I saw could have been faked. Girl, nah, he healed himself. But that would explain what I felt when he cut open his hand on the dagger's blade. The blood from his finger that dripped into my mouth seemed real too. I took a step back to put distance between us before asking him a question. Let me ask you one more time. Who and what are you? Why did you get in my way? How did you heal yourself? Oh, this expression is best expression for Anko. Huh?
対面早々そこまで熱く迫られるとは。
No, stop! Get him out of here! Oh, I love men like this. And him just twirling his hair.
ぜひこのまま私と共にこの花園で秘密を
Invite me, invite me.
残念なことにこの口説き文句を君は
No, wait. Continue to speak to me, man. I love it.
可能な限り質問に応じることでご機嫌取りをさせてもらおうか。
He spoke with a graceful bow.
先ほど名乗った通り、私はこの国の死を司る番人。世界の底に存在する死者が住まう冥界にて、この国で終焉を迎えた者たちの魂の管理を任されている。とはいえ、この国には極端に短命か、いびつな転生を繰り返す者しかいないゆえ、いささか退屈なのだがね。
Uncle let out a chuckle.
だからこそ、私はずっと
Me?
君と会える日を心待ちにしていたんだ。同胞の日。
Oh, stop it! Not him whispering that. I'm actually melting in my chair. Partner. Uncle grinned.
君が自称していたではないか。自分は死神だと。魂が死で満ちている君と死を司る私。まさに同胞と呼ぶにふさわしい。違うかい？
The things he said didn't make any sense. The more I heard, the more confused I became. It was like someone was forcing me to listen to a fairy tale they made up themselves. Still, there was something about the words that penetrated my heart. If what he's saying is true, that means my soul really is the soul of death. Hearing it confirmed in this way didn't sadden me, since it was the very reason I had sought to kill myself. Oh, that side pose is so cute. No matter how many times I glanced at him warily, he seemed completely unbothered. If I didn't find a way to end our conversation soon, I wouldn't be able to carry out my plan to kill myself. Girl, I don't think that's happening at this point. Anko, was it? Let me ask you something. If I really am death, then why was I born as a human in this country? Why does my existence bring death to those around me? Can you answer that?
もちろん知っているとも。それは君が
What do you mean? Oh, come on! Why? Oh, I thought I was gonna get an answer. Of course they censored. What did he say? The number of blocks being the characters. What was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I cannot even guess what that means. He's seducing me? Bro, seducing me too, man. Bro, I'm folding so quickly for this man. Wait. I couldn't hear what he was trying to say. He noticed it too? Seeing me tilt my head quizzically, Anko rubbed his throat a little with his fingers and... Oh shit! He actually can't say it! He spoke again, but I still couldn't hear him clearly.
なるほど。あれの影響か。
Stop!
肝心な時に役に立たない分際でとことん私の邪魔をしてくれる。
Not more mysteries. What do you mean that? Is there a problem with us speaking?
いや、すまない。一応は私も神に近い存在だからね。どうやら権限に伴い、現世のものへの過度な干渉を世界そのものから禁じら
I
れて
just
しまったようだ。
noticed his clothing, his back is slightly exposed. Hold on. Where's my mouse? Can you see it? You can't see the mouse. Damn it. Hold on. Can you see? You can't see the mouse. But his back, if you look closely, that is a strap there. That is a strap on his back, and his back is slightly exposed. Oh my god, bro. And the hair is hiding it? He's a tease.
私としても今すぐにこの真実を君へ伝えたかっただけ。
Bro.
本当に残念だよ。
Is that so? It sounded like an exaggeration to me. But judging from the look on his face, he seemed to want to tell me something.
ともあれ、私は大事な同胞である君を救うために現れた。
He was too good at a game. They had to nerf him by censoring his speech? Bro, they said Anko had too much power.
このまま死を見届け、真の故郷たる冥界へ招くのも救いの一つではあるのだろうが、理不尽な不幸に翻弄され、人々に蔑まれたまま死ぬというのも、いささか悔しくはないかね。
Anko asked me in a way that did not even attempt to hide his intentions. What are you trying to say?
そのままの意味さ。どうして私ばかりがこんな目に、贅沢は望まないから普通の人間のように暮らしたい。君は優しいが無欲ではない。そういったことを考えたのは一度や二度じゃないだろ
う？ Well, I can't deny that. I shifted my gaze away, but I could still see him grinning in the corner of my eye.
そこで、先ほど私が持ちかけた契約だ。実を言うと、現状この国は死に愛されているのではなく、死に愛されすぎている国となり、呪い以外にも多くの死がはびこっている。君もすでにその一つに遭遇しているだろう？
Huh? Bro, the flashbanging is killing me. Could you be referring to what happened in the alley? Because I triggered something to bring about death.
君の呪いは人を花のように美しく倒り散らす呪いだ。あんな血と臓物をまき散らすだけの粗暴な死に様と一緒にしないでくれ。
I felt like he was trying to pay me a compliment, but it didn't make me happy at all. So, what you're saying is that the incident had nothing to do with me. That was done by someone else.
断言はできないが、おそらく。
Anko played with his long hair, continuing as if I had touched on an important point.
死者が増えすぎて、冥界側というより、この国の担当である私が非常に困っているんだ。このままでは輪廻のバランスが崩壊することは必然。そこで散らされる命の削減を同胞たる君に願いたい。すなわち人々の救済だ。私と契約を結んだ上でこの国に救ういずれかの死の真実にたどり着いた
I have to solve it.
お礼として私の力で君を普通の人間の女の子へ戻してあげよう。誰も死なせることのない幸福に生きることができる少女にね。
An ordinary girl. I had longed to hear those words all my life.
さあ、どうかな？奪うのではなく、誰かを救うことで幸福を得ることができるのだよ。君にとって決して悪い提案じゃないと思うんだが。
I mean, if it means I can continue seeing you, I will happily do it. There is no sweeter temptation for me than the very thing he proposed. But I've killed so many people already, including my savior, Eve's. So I don't think I have the right to be happy.
やれやれ。私の同胞は難儀な性格をしているな。一体誰に似たのだか。そこは渡りに船だと喜び深く考えずに乗ればいいもの。ああ、ただあの仮面をつけた青年につ
He's
いて
alive?
は
That was the heartbeat, right? Huh?
彼の魂が冥界に招かれた記憶はない。おそらく今頃無事に息を吹き返しているはずだ。
Are you sure?
ああ、 嘘だと思うのなら今からでも無事を確かめてくると。
Bro, if I run back there and this man's still alive.
そしてそのまま一度日常に戻り契約について考えてみてくれ。そうすれば嫌が王にも君はまた新たな死に向き合うことになるだろう。果たして優しい君がそれを放置してまで自らの死を選ぶか。私はこのリコリスの花園から高みの見物をさせてもらう。
Oh, please continue watching me. I'll work hard if you continue to watch me. More would fall victim to that mysterious, gruesome death. Uncle shared his prediction with a mocking smile.
それではまた。
Oh, don't leave yet.
良い返事を期待している。
A new death, I can't with this place, right? They keep adding things on top of one another. Like, damn, I'm already having to deal with this death curse and people dying at 23, and now all these things also.
君に黒きリコリスの祝福があらん。
Oh, his voice is so good, dear God. He prayed with an eerie smile on his face. Lycra's petals flew up into the air, and just like that, Uncle melted into the darkness and disappeared. And there he is, he's gone. It almost felt like I had been dreaming. But the lingering taste of blood on my lips told me that it was no dream. We still got his blood on our lips too? Maybe he was still watching me now, lurking closer than I could even imagine. I walked around to organize my thoughts. The Watchman of Death. I'd never heard of such a thing before. But with what happened to his wound, not to mention the nature of his presence, I wouldn't be surprised if he really wasn't human. Whether to take him up on his offer or not was another story. The terms of the contract he proposed were too good to be true. If he had already noticed the deaths before, why didn't he come into contact with me sooner? I was myself the source of many deaths that had claimed the lives of those here, through one misfortune or another. Oh, bro, it's so gorgeous. Anko, the Watchman of Death, claimed to come from Hades. I thought deeply about the contract he proposed. Ooh, we're saving. We're obviously going to accept. That's why I can be the MC. So you say yes, and you give me that look, right? Bro, say, hey, you want a contract? Yeah. I don't even need a single day to think about it. I'm gonna go ahead and accept, buddy. Ooh, so it's only don't accept or think about it more. So think about it more, obviously, will continue the story. So let's do that. I better first confirm whether or not what he was saying is the truth. So let's see if Eves is still alive, because he said he didn't bring his soul to Hades yet. If the murders in the alley were just the beginning, Adolphe and the others would be in danger. I couldn't die now without sharing with them what happened. My heart jumped as suddenly being grabbed behind by the shoulders. I slowly turned around to look behind me. It was... What do you mean? Oh, is he scolding me because I left with the knife? My bad. My bad. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm actually being scolded. After my encounter, Adolphe found me near the beach, bring me back to the orphanage at daybreak. My bad, buddy. Ooh, oh, she saw me leave with the, she saw us left with the dagger. Okay. Yeah, I can understand why they were very worried about me. My bad, big bro, mother, everyone else. Oh shit! I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah, right. Just continue apologizing. I have no excuse. Even after the fire happened, I still end up causing more trouble.
Adolf, 気持ちはわかるけど、もうその辺にしておいたら。
I didn't mean it, big bro.
俺がもっと早く息を吹き返してたら、彼女も思い詰めて逃げ出したりはしなかっただろうし。
Ives was lying on my bed, wearing some loose clothing. Despite his condition, he was trying to calm Adolf down. He continued, as though he wasn't hurt, but the bandages suggested otherwise. His hair down! His hair down!
彼女に本当に伝えたいことが
Oh,
ある
they're so pretty with the long hair down. Thank you, thank you. Bro, bless this game. Long-haired mid-agenda. Adolf held my shoulders with both hands and bowed his head with relief. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for making you worried.
お前に何かあったら俺は自分自身を一生許せそうにない。もう二度と俺の前から黙っていなくなったりするな。
You got it, you got it. I could feel Adolf's hands shaking. I'm sorry. I wasn't just saying it as a reflex. I really did mean it as a heartfelt apology. Later, I was told about what happened after I left. Fortunately, the explosion didn't cause much damage outside of the hallway. Lucas happened to arrive on the scene and help with the extinguishing efforts, preventing any further damage or injuries. Hugo had the children under the care of the corpse since mother had fainted. How did the explosion happen?
順当に考えりゃミロが撒いた
So it wasn't he, it was Milo!
薬品の中には衝撃を与えるだけで爆発したり有害物質を発するものもあるとどっかで聞いたことがあるな。
でも病院の先生が俺の診察ついでに確認してくれた感じだと、あれは血液検査用の薬品で別の薬品と適当に混ぜ合わせでもしない限り危険はないって言ってたけどな。
Did he have other chemicals?
仮に原因だとしてどうして直接こぼれたアドルフたちのそばじゃなく、
Please have an explanation.
方で爆発が起きたのか。
Bro, his waist? Hold on. Bro might have a slutty waist. It's probably because of me. I held myself back from voicing my thoughts, as if it would only interrupt their conversation.
ただの偶然だろ。あの薬の出所についてはミロから聞き出してくれるようマムに頼んでおく。俺たちにはこれ以上厄介ごとの調査に避ける余裕がねえからな。
Do you mean...
おや。
Hi, Lucas. Hi, teacher.
戻れたようで何よりです。イブ君も元気。
What does it look like that?
元気になったのでしょうか。
なってますよ、ちゃんと。この
Oh, okay.
包帯はヒューゴが大げさに心配して強引に巻いてっただけですから。ほら、やけどや傷自体はそんなに目立たないでしょ。
おや、確かにイブ君は運に恵まれた、いえ神に愛されている子ですね。
その幸運の代わりにアドルフに肋骨一本折られちゃいましたけど。
Huh? I quickly turned to Adolf.
実はさ、君があの場を去った後、アドルフが最後にダメ元の心肺蘇生を試みたらしくて、 相当な力を入れたみたいでさ。
That's what the snapping noise was?
勢いよく折れちゃったみたいなんだよね。でもその衝撃のおかげで、
Bro!
奇跡的に俺の心臓はもう一度動き出した。どうにか助かったんだ。
A dove accidentally snapped this man's ribs, and that's what brought him back to life. Is it that it counts, I guess? He's alive, so it's good, right? He snapped a rib, but bro's good. I had no idea. That much pressure on your chest?
感謝こそすれ。文句を言うつもりはないけど。まっすぐなアドルフらしい
Ooh,
ね。
a snapped rib? How long does it take for something like that to heal?
いや、だからそれは俺じゃねえって言ってんだろ。
No, wait, that was Lucas, right?
おや、
That was Lucas! Lucas the one who went up to his body, though, before he left. The sidelong glance that Adolphe gave Lucas made me laugh for the first time in a while. Adolphe, it's not often that I see you joking around. How could such a gentle teacher break someone's bones like that? That was Lucas, hold on. There's no shot he's putting this on Adolphe. If anything, Lucas would break his own arm before anyone's ribs were broken. God damn, he got us all played.
だよね。アドルフ、さっきからずっとこの冗談を言い通しててさ。
Ooh, no one's believing this poor man.
なんとも難しい。
You're cruel.
私が皆さんのようにたくましければ、その話にも信憑性が生まれたのでしょうが。
Oh, Adolphe, I still love you. Lucas the goat, right? He's the reason why Eves is still alive.
こんな形で彼女の心
That
に
was him, right?
消えない傷を残していくなど
How strong is this man?
なんて。
The way he just said, like he didn't mean to. It actually worked, holy shit. Bro, waking up with a broken rib? It works. Whatever works, works. Adolphe, what is it? You don't look so good.
いや、もういい。こんな衛星やさ男め。
何のお話でしょうか。
Adolphe, you're not winning this one. Just take the blame. Hmm? For some reason, Adolphe looked like he was forcing bugs down his throat. To be fair though, if I saw two of them above me, I would have assumed Adolphe. Yeah, I would too. Lucas is a nice, pretty teacher. He's all nice and delicate like a flower.
君のベッド勝手に借りちゃってごめんね。空き部屋が他になかったから。
Wait, chat. His scent is on my bed. I am never washing these sheets or pillows ever again. Just stuff my face and everything. And no, I don't mind. Was there somewhere you were planning to go, Eves? You're still injured. Despite not showing any pain, he still had a broken rib.
状況が変わった。今、イブに
Damn, still gotta work with a broken rib. Hmm?
お前が戻る直前に知らせが入った。
Ooh.
昨晩、例の妙な死体がまたクーネの路地で見つかったらしい。
What?
薬を取りに一度家に戻った際、何やら騒ぎになっていましたが、そういうことでしたか。
Adolphe nodded in response to Lucas, who lived near the wealthy district.
今回の事件が起きたのはシュディとクーネの境目あたりだ。さすがに他の区でも噂になってるだろ
う。だから思い切ってあの区に住んでる人たちにも聞き取り調査をしてみようって方針になってね。
I see. If that was the case, I couldn't stop Eves from leaving just because I was worried about his recovery. The corpse must need as many hands as they could to attend to the deaths and menace the public. Then I should stay here to clean up the hallway and wait for... I stopped mid-sentence. Hello?
そしてそのまま一度日常に戻り、契約について考えてみてくれ。そうすれば、嫌が多い
Is it that death?
君はまた新たな死に向き合うことになるだろう。果たして優しい君がそれを放置してまで自らの死を選ぶか。私はこのリコリスの花園から高みの見物をさせてもらうよ。
The situation was similar to what he said. Even so, I felt a different sense of self-loathing from not taking action myself. I spent a lot of time feeling sorry for myself. I would have forced a smile on my face, but not do anything to change the situation I was in. I just accepted my powerlessness, which was why I quickly corrected myself. Please, can I please go with you during your investigations? Girl, that's out of left field. Yeah. The three of them, particularly Adolphe, widened their eyes in surprise. But their expression quickly became stern.
ダメだ。あの事件には他殺も混じってんの忘れたか。
Girl, how are we supposed to convince him?
下手に関わりゃ、犯人に目をつけられる可能性も。
Well, yes, I fully understand that, but... Well... I want to... I want to repay Ease for saving me. Ease pointed to himself, with a startled look on his face. Sorry, buddy, I brought you into this. It wouldn't help if Ease dropped out of the investigations because of his injury, right? I learned from Mother how to take care of patients and administer first aid. So please, let me help with the investigations. I can lay low and not get in everyone's way. I expressed my honest desire. Both 7 years ago, and now. The person who had saved my life twice was pushing himself to the limit. There is no way that I could just stay in the safe haven of this facility while seeing him off to more dangerous business. Adolphe's brows twitched upon hearing my earnest request. Lucas placed a hand on Adolphe's shoulder.
彼女がここまで言っているのです。
Say
どこを
yes?
了承しては。それに事件が再発した以上、クーネの人々がいつまた彼女への不満を訴え、この施設に押し寄せるか分かりません。それを避けるためにも、一時的にここから離れるのも良いことかと。
俺も同意見。幸い彼女の顔はシュディではあまり知られてないし、やり過ごすにはもってこいの場所じゃないかな。それに他のみんなに遺体の回収や警備に尽力してもらってる分、調査を進められるのは自警団の中だと俺とアドルフ、それにヒューゴの3人だけだ。いくらなんでも少なすぎる。彼女が手伝ってくれるなら俺としてはかなり助かるんだけど。
Adolphe groaned at the unexpected support from the two of them, and eventually let out a sigh of resignation.
また勝手に俺たちから離れるような真似はするなよ。
Yes, I promise. Thank you, Adolphe. He was obviously not in agreement, but in the end, he finally gave his approval for me to join the corps in their investigation. Okay, I think I'm gonna save here. Okay, let's save right here. Let me... I have to feed the kitties, and it's been like 3 hours and 30 minutes. Alright, we save that. Load flowchart options glossary. Ooh, status? I know they have different things. Ooh, the different guys. Okay. It only has Ease, Lucas, Mathis, and Cian. Interesting. Okay, I'm actually going to end it here for today. I think we still have a bit more of the general route before we can do the individual routes. I did look up the routes because usually there's like an order where you play them so the story makes sense. And apparently for Eves, my best guy, you have to play 3 other routes, I think, before you even can get to his. So it's gonna be a while before we get him. In route order, it shows that you should do Mathis, Lucas, Cian, Eves, and then there's like this other thing called Le Salute. So I'm not sure how Anko and Adolphe would work out with their routes. I'm pretty sure they have one, question mark, not too sure honestly. But yeah, this game is full of angst, my god, but the men are pretty, so it's perfectly fine. I am depressed, but I can see pretty men, so that makes up for everything that's going on. I want no more of that burning orphanage and the burning children. That is terrifying that they show me that like twice. Like, please, just give me something. But Anko's pretty as hell. My god. Oh man, he's unhinged too. You can definitely tell. And I cannot wait to see more of him in this game. Next time I'll play this should be Monday. Usually I play my Atomes every Monday, but I had to move this one to today. Next stream should be today's Wednesday, Friday. Friday, I am supposed to play the demo of a India Tome called Okami. And some pretty men ratio is perfect. It's really good, honestly. All the men are so gorgeous. I cannot wait to romance them. For Okami, I know that they have delayed the release of the demo. It was supposed to release today. So if it isn't released by Friday, we'll play something else. I'm not too sure what yet. I'll make a decision before that day happens, honestly. Oh yeah, that's it for today. Thank you everyone for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed all the angst and pretty men. I sure as hell did. I cannot wait to dive into the story. I can see why a lot of people really praise this one highly and recommend it. It's so good, honestly. It was a fun first stream. Loved it. Thank you. I'm glad you really enjoyed that. It makes me really happy. All right, I definitely have to go feed my kitties. They're meowing outside my room. You guys cannot hear it, but I definitely can. So thank you everyone for stopping by. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys all later. Bye-bye.